If you are a politician aspiring to be governor, president, assembly member, or whatever, stay there. If you want to be a klagi, an ulama, or traditional ruler, stay there. And that's the only way you can succeed. And that's why when we see businessmen aspiring, those who want money, money is their capital. When we see them imposing themselves into politics, sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. Because when they go there, the first thing they will do is to make themselves happy. And how do they make themselves happy? It's not by way of sending the children to schools, not by the way of providing infrastructure and so on. It's way of getting bigger capital. Now, that's why as much as possible, I personally, right from day one, told myself that, look, you are a public servant, stay there. And that has been public servant, stay there. And that has been helping me over the years. The last 30 years, I was in this game of politics where, you know, if you don't know what your grandmother has done before you are born, join politics. Somebody will come and tell you.
Even today,
what she
Your
has done.
Excellency, make I tell you, even today, today, as you day here, we go open telephone line. People go talk. They go ask you questions. If you even get anything where they know about you where no good, they go talk am. The one way good, they go talk am. And I make like you talk. It good say when you hold public office, make you keep yourself upright. Because if to say you no keep yourself upright, you for no get confidence to come. We know your records. And we are happy with you. Just 2 questions where I go ask you, I go open telephone line. Or maybe I go make them 3. Ordinary president been talk say, whether you don't think about the thing will happen for Bakassi, where they carry our part of our country without going through proper process, hand over to another country with all the resources where God bless us there. He say, waiting you as president go do, how you see him. Because if it no be only Bakassi, another one fit come. Go ahead, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Now, I want to say that we are so much worried and concerned about every square meter, especially that is under the bandits and other criminals today in Nigeria. If you go to Zamfara or some parts of Northwest, even some parts of North Central and Northeast, you still have bandits, criminals occupying some land in some villages and towns. They are going to the extent of collecting taxes from the villages and people from the towns, and so on and so forth. No commander-in-chief will be happy with that. And that is why we made it our resolve that day one, we'll be happy to talk to anybody locally, anybody who has grievances. We'll be able to talk to him or her. But at the end of the day, as serious commander-in-chief, will not allow anybody to occupy our land. We're not even taking of assets. You know, today, from the records, we are just producing just over 1 million barrels per day against the 2.2 million allocated by OPEC, and that's exactly what we are producing. And these are the areas that certainly will make money, will get more money, will have security, will pay them, and so on. And all these areas, especially in the Northwest where we have this security crisis, these are places where we have a lot of solid mineral, which is now undertaken now by some Nigerians and even foreigners are just there. We often hear from the locals that they saw helicopters coming in and going. Of course, we believe that they are picking our assets out of the country. So if the issue of Bakassi is very unfortunate, but at that time we were in the position really to inquire, to find out what happened. We were told that there were some negotiations and so on at international level. We were told that there were documents that were being brought from the United Nations, EU, and other places to say at that time that land belonged to Cameroon. And I knew,
even though those negotiations were rushed in a very suspicious way.
Yes, that of course it was possible. And at the end of the day, the leadership at that time decided to hand over to Cameroon. Now, all these things are things that can be opened at any given time to find out the authenticity and, of course, importance, correctness of that decision. It's open. But our government, by the grace of God, will ensure peace and stability, not only in Nigeria, but in all our neighbors. In fact, what we intend to do with the military is to take over every square meter to be owned by Nigeria again. And then whatever we have, we use it in peacekeeping. That's where we were. There is a lot of money, a lot of foreign currency there, and many people are benefiting from that. We'll be very happy with this large number of military to utilize them to bring peace even elsewhere in African continent.
And you go tell us about your take about fuel subsidy. Many people think, say, this is not part of the place where Nigerian pocket they leak. We don't get many stories about fuel subsidy. Even many government don't come also. As then they come, they say they go remove subsidy. They no remove. We they hear billions of naira paid every day in the name of subsidy. We be say, if that money return back to Nigeria, we go fit use them industrialize Nigeria. Because industrialization sometimes, not be only to put electricity. Some countries, they build industries. Go bring people, say, come, stay, run them for free. Or run them for a time after you begin pay us. They do them because they know, say, it go create job, it go create revenue. Your Excellency, waiting be your take about fuel subsidy. Thank God you have been in government for some time, for a long time. At least you go understand them. Waiting they happen. And waiting be your take for your government.
Thank you very much, Consultant Ike. Let me say that oil subsidy has a lot of scam in it.
A lot of scam and oil subsidy.
Exactly.
Before you continue, I want I take permission from our regulators and our management. Today, in a special edition of the program, Brekete Family, we go past our time because many people don't they call for telephone, even when I never open the line, make the fit in Tarat with His Excellency. And all of these ones, it just they answer us question. He never tell us waiting be the contract, the promise where they make as he become the commander-in-chief. He go still get time to tell us that one. But we want make he answer some of these questions where they for people mouth. When he answer and finish, we go open, make people answer. Inside studio, they go call them. Then he go round up by telling us. I want to appreciate our management and our regulators, WBMBC, for giving us this time. Make you continue. A lot of scam. Nadia, you there, Your Excellency.
Yes.
For the oil subsidy matter.
You see, our government will immediately look at that area of wastages. We have had so many stories about how monies are being stolen in the name of oil subsidy. So that wastage will be stopped. We don't know how much it is at this moment, but we know it's a huge percentage of the subsidy itself. Now, you see, governments that were coming, promising either to stop the subsidy or even wondering or not believing that there was anything like subsidy, were not really prepared because you have to prepare ground to remove whatever is remaining or whatever is real subsidy. You have to look at the situation. You have to bring all the necessary palliatives to ensure that the masses, the people, our voters, have not suffered out of that action. So you see where we are now. Already, if you look at the price of items ranging from food and other consumables and so on, you could see that already they are out of reach of many Nigerians today. And certainly removing the subsidy under this circumstance will only add to the pains that Nigerians are going through now. So it will be removed tactically without impacting negatively on the income of our people.
Make we appreciate them. Okay, Your Excellency, finally, agitation everywhere. If you check, you go see, say, it be like say Nigeria, they're more divided now than the day, that time where you be governor, that time where you be Minister of Defense. What be the cause of these agitations? And whether you don't even notice them, what be the plan where on a get to see, say, it they reduced? Make we live in peace, live together, live in unity. Make the citizens' confidence and trust for government can increase. Agitation, waiting, you plan for them.
Yes. You see, I believe all those have to do with lack of good leadership. Once you have good leadership, most of these issues would be resolved. Our government will open discussion with all Nigerians. Our government will be represented by all our, various interests across the country. And of course, we will have use our listening ears to listen to so many people. We have today people who are angry, probably simply because nobody has listened to them. Some people are angry that they feel government has not been fair to them. Or even their neighbors have not been fair to them, and they don't know who to go and tell, so that something can be done about that. To the extent that we have seen today bandits collecting money from Nigerians. So all sorts of things are happening, and that's why you have agitations. And these agitations, most of them can be addressed by leadership on the table, and that is the essence of democracy. Democracy is very cumbersome. It is not like a military rule that you just give directives and stay at home. You have to come out there, talk to the people, convince them. Some of the issues people are worried about may not be issues because they are not being explained. That's why people are angry. So our people, our government will ensure that everybody is carried along. Of course, all the things, the responsibility of government itself will be discharged accordingly. We are talking of the peace itself. We are talking of the economy. We are talking of the infrastructure. We are talking of so many things. And once you do that, you find many people are so happy, and you have very little to handle. Of course, we will continue to have criminals, people who think others should not be in peace. And that's why you have the police, you have courts, you have this, you have that, to checkmate all those issues, so that Nigerians can have peace again.
Okay, for people who want to follow us, who want to join inside this program, make you talk to Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso for will be the presidential candidate for the name of the party, the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, for this coming election 2023. You fit call us, and the telephone number where you go fit call us if you there inside Nigeria. Na 090 99 88 77 00. If you dey inside Nigeria, any part of Nigeria, the telephone number where you go call us to join for this program, make you talk as e be you, make you ask your question, na 090 99 88 77 00. Here we get rule. You no go call, begin talk anyhow. As you get right to talk, now so another person get right. The thing where you go talk am the way we be say when people hear am, they go know say you dey responsible. And when you call, you go off your radio or tune am down well, or you waka comot from the radio or the television so that it no go bring feedback to us. If you call and you no obey this rule, I go put am off. I no go listen to you at all. And another number dey wey be for people in the diaspora, where they outside Nigeria. If you dey inside Nigeria, call that number, I no go take am. I go cut you through away. So the number for people where they for diaspora na +234 81 88 89 10 11. If you dey for diaspora wey be outside Nigeria, the number where you go fit call make you join the program Brekete Family for Human Rights Radio and Television 101.1 FM Abuja, and make you take Vano with His Excellency Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, will be the presidential candidate for the New Nigeria People's Party. Make you hear him, make you Vano with him, make you tell him. Na +234 81 88 89 10 11. We already get somebody for telephone. Good morning, Guy.
Good morning, Consultant Ike.
And now who the Vano with us for the program Brekete Family?
Poto from France.
Your Excellency Ambassador Poto, the Brekete Family Ambassador for the whole of France.
Good morning, Dr. Rabiu Kwankwaso.
In the hear you.
I can hear
Your
you.
Excellency.
Use microphone so that you go hear you.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome, sir.
Thank you.
For honoring this call on this divine sanctuary, Brekete Family.
Yeah.
The place of truth, palace of truth, it shall be well with you.
Amen.
And we are praying, may the will of God be done.
Amen.
Amen.
It is better to discuss difficulties than we pretend we don't have. We have a lot of problems in our society. Like me talking to you now, I'm calling from France. Just because of you, we just came out just to come and talk. Because begin where they cry, they point hands somewhere. If your mama no dey there, your papa dey there. We have problems at home and here. People don't represent us here well. Most of our embassies, no one is working 100% as he ought to be. That is one. The animal wey carry pikin, they run far. The government is running far from the citizens. And we come to know that most politicians are rich and the government itself are poor. Please, you ought to address all these issues. You see, they said, always bear in mind that God without man is still God. But man without God is nothing. You have expressed a lot of things there. Please, if God makes you to be there, carry every individual up. And do not make people around you to be people who be dictating for you. Because now where they front, now they receive Koboko pass. Because now you will go home. You dey the president. And they come, they tell you, say, the people where they around you, we are enough of that. We don't hear them tire. Because now you will go home.
Now him will go hold accountable.
Now so.
So now him be like that, now where they front, where they receive Koboko pass.
Yes. All what we need, by the grace of God, we need the capacity, integrity, and character. Nigeria is a...
Thank you very much. Thank you. It be like say the line don't cut. Make we take all that calls now. Make we hear waiting people won't tell. You no go answer one by one. You go we take some, then we return back to you. Then you answer waiting they talk. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Ike.
Yes, now who the Vano with us for the program Brekete family?
Now the Vano with you.
Where you the Vano from?
From Galadima now.
Galadima. So I don't know whether you they hear His Excellency, the presidential candidate for the new.
I hear what he discuss. I have question for him.
Make you.
My question goes like this: he say he travel across the northern states. You see, on his way going to Niger State, how he see about the road of Niger State, the whole Niger State, before he entered the capital of Niger State? How he see the road? How he did him? As in Waka, if not true road, how he did him?
Okay, I don't hear no repeat. Make we fit.
And number two, how he go take do about the Agboro way dey for this country, where they disturb people around. And number three, how he go do about the Babambola where they pack some people things inside house. What thing go be in action about them?
Okay, thank you for those three questions. I don't note them down. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Consultant Ike.
Yes, now who the Vano with us for the program Brekete family?
This is Tracy from New York.
Tracy from New York. Waiting the chook you for liver.
Yes. Hello?
I say Vano they go. Hello, Tracy. You they follow us up.
All right. I'm sorry.
You they follow us from New York.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
I have a question. I just want to know, what is your number one priority in the first 6 months if you do become the president of Nigeria? And my second question is, how do you intend to reunite Nigerians to become one, setting aside our cultural differences and our religious background? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Tracy, for that question. Very important question. Waiting be your number one priority for the next 6 months once you become president, and how you want to reunite Nigeria, make we become one. And make we take a few more. We go return, even inside studio, people get questions. Barrister Go, you get question. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. Consultant.
Yes, now who the Vano with us for the program Brekete family?
My name is Philip Gongu. I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Honestly, I think His Excellency, who is there right now, the time you people have not even given him the chance to even say half of what this man did when he was in Kano. Actually, I wasn't there per se, but during this time, what I heard about this man, and after he left that place, when I traveled to Kano, what I saw about what this man did, honestly, is something that these are the kind of people we need in power. But it's very unfortunate that anytime people like this one comes out, we discover that the Nigerians who supposed to have been the people to vote them inside will not even support them. Or along the line, something based on political or selfish reason, you will discover that that opportunity will not be given to that person. But this man who is seated before you here, I have never met him personally, and he doesn't even know whether I exist in life. But the truth of the matter, the way he does a lot of things, even while he was a minister of defense, like he said, this man truly has a lot. He has a lot to give us in this country. I don't have anything to contribute, but what I want
hold on. Yes. You no go. Hold on. Unless if your credit don't finish, we go send you. Hold on. You see, now new Nigeria now where they look for. Now this same thing where you talk, now make ordinary president create this platform, talk, say, people will be say they be like him. They get track record. But they no see themselves in the bigger political parties. Make they come this platform, where be saying a platform where every ordinary Nigerians they connect. Make them get the opportunity to tell Nigerians waiting they don't do and waiting they won't do. You now, where talk say we never give them opportunity to talk. We tell them, now you get the whole day. We don't already take permission from our regulators. Say we they stand. If he mean make we stay here till tomorrow, me I go stay. They go bring me food, I go they chop them, I go they interview them. So you tell us some of those good things where you do. Because even we know say you do some things in Kano. But now we be say you know him, you know follow for a campaign team, and you hear some things where you do. Tell us some of them will make you happy well. We be say if your own governor do them or he can't do them for Nigeria, you go happy.
Yes, the issue of empowerment, you people made mention of it there.
Empowerment? Wait, empowerment?
Yes, empowerment.
I hope no be the one where then they carry Okada and Keke, they share.
No, sir. In fact, he has made poor people become somebody, so become people in the society. And most especially, the one that impressed me the most is the issue of the security, how he handled security when he was the governor in his own state. Then I remember my brother, he lived in Kano then. Anything before you know, especially once there is anything he had about crisis, the first point of his call, he doesn't want to know, like he said, whether this one is a Christian or is a Muslim. You will make sure that he sends security men to go there and make sure that everybody is well protected. To the extent that that time my brother was telling me that they even gave him a name, a Christian name, that he is being biased. So you can see the kind of human being who has a heart. He is he was giving himself as a Nigeria because he has gone there to serve Nigeria. He doesn't want to know whether you are from there or from there. That's why when he was mentioning the issue of how he sent people outside the country, he doesn't want to know whether you are this and that. That was how he did it. So also on that security matter, honestly, I was very, very impressed because like you said it, what we have, the most challenging issue that we have in our country today is the issue of security, of which he has handled it very well there. I think if given him the opportunity at the central, in fact, he is going to do beyond that one. Look at the man who has been in government. He said that Nigerian does not have any reason to borrow. He said he has enough. Even up to now, we still have enough. Anybody who said that Nigerian does not even have money, he should come to him. He can be able to tell him what to do. That will tell you what we don't have any reason to borrow, just like ordinary president usually say. So with this one, I think this man is these are the materials we have. Compared to the ones that you've got, they have something to give to Nigerians. But the problem is that the opportunity may not be given to them. Please, let's pray, like you all said. Let's pray that God should give us somebody. Let's pray. Where does the issue of this recession come from? If Nigeria does not have any reason to borrow, but where does the issue of this recession come from? The issue of apportioning blame. This one did not do that, this one did not do that. If this one did not do that, since you are there, you have been given the opportunity. What stopped you from doing it?
Okay.
I think that is where
we appreciate them. Okay. Once again, you talk, say your name now.
My name is Philip Gongu, sir. I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay. And as we give you this opportunity, make you talk, how it be you?
Sir?
As Brekete family give you opportunity now, make you talk a little about what you know.
This is my first time I've been listening to you people. I say, let me try by all means. Let me try by all means to get you. And unfortunate for me.
How it be you?
I am so happy. I am so happy.
Thank you. Make one appreciate them. We still take telephone calls. Make we hear from people. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Now who the Vano?
Charles by name.
Where you the Vano from?
I the Vano from Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, first time caller in the family.
Thank you very much. I have no quick, they go. Wait.
I want to thank this sponsor very much for his effort in Kano and in other things that he's doing, both in federal level. He's doing well. But I want to ask him one question.
Please ask quick.
I want to ask him in this issue of this our country, Nigeria, some are agitating about that they want to go. And the other side of the Nigeria, issue of Boko Haram or other things. How will you handle the issue? That in Southeast, Igbo people are trying to go, they want to go from Nigeria. Then the South, Northwest, and others. The issue of Boko Haram or other things. How are we going to handle that issue of?
Don't know time. They don't know time. We go come back. He go answer all of the questions. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Who ever know with us for the program Brekete family?
Yes, by the grace of God, my name is Usman from Russia, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Usman from Russia. I have another go.
I greet you all, and I greet the Northern Elder Malam Konkoso Barka Rizwa, sir. Mr.
Thank you.
I don't know for the other sector, but on education, I can tell you Mr. Abu Konkoso is a legend. He's a giant from the northern Nigeria. We are very, very proud of people like him.
Mekuna appreciate him.
You can send your evidence all over Europe, Asia, Arabs, and other countries. Currently, as we speak, he has thousands of students he sponsored there. They are receiving beneficiary from his pocket. I don't know how he does it. It's God that is helping him. He's doing wonderfully well on education. I have many colleagues here as a student union leader, many of them from Kano. If you ask who sponsor you, they say Konkoso. It's not even the state government from the Kano. They identify Konkoso as a leader, a person who loves education, and his love for youth is
so for education, you say he is a legend.
Nigerian youth and the entire Nigerian youth. God bless you and bless your effort. But my question, sir.
Okay.
You have been traveling all over the world. You have seen the infrastructure putting to the life of the people, starting from the railways, the roads, most especially the electricity. You've been a governor in Kano State, and the life of people there has been changed positively. But there is no way life can continue consistently without electricity. What can you do to stop the electric light supply in Nigeria generally? The major problem we have in Nigeria is electricity.
Okay, don't take note. You don't take note on that one. Once you answer your question, no do too much analysis, make other people fit ask their own. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Brekete family.
Yes,
good morning.
Who the Vano with us and where you the Vano from?
My name is Alhaji Adamu Abdullahi. Junior, I'm calling from Abuja here.
Okay, waiting be your question or comment.
Yes, I have a question. I want to Alhaji for coming to the studio. Then at the same time, I have a question and I want you to explain, please.
Ask quickly.
There was a time when he was governor, if I could remember vividly. Something happened to Northerners in Anambra State when Peter Obi was the governor too. And he is the one that intervened in that issue that made peace between Peter Obi and the people. People are talking about it, but we don't know the actual truth. Please, I want His Excellency to explain to Nigerians what actually happened that time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Know me,
Thank you very much. He don't ask his own question also. Make we see. We go just take 3 more calls. Then we go come back to studio. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Yes, now who there on the line with me?
Good morning, Excellency Dr. Engineer Radio Konkoso. And good morning, my fellow family members.
I no go respond. Good morning.
My name is Umar Showbida, Wakili Malafanupe.
Wakili Malafanupe.
Yes,
I get him.
exactly. You got it right.
Thank you very much.
I have just one question for Excellency Dr. Raji Sakonkoso. It's about abandoned federal government projects. You can see the coming of President Muhammad Buhari. He continued with a lot of projects that have been abandoned, that have been left untouched, and which has been commenced by his predecessors. So I want to know, in the light of saving a lot for the federal government, there are so many projects that have been abandoned. I wish he would consider, if by the special grace of Almighty Allah, he becomes the president of Nigeria, he will look into that before he initiates any other new project and so on.
Okay.
Then secondly, there are assets that belong to the federal government, which has been abandoned and unutilized, more especially landed properties, like virgin lands and so on. How best can he utilize such assets to the use and benefits of the common man?
Okay.
I think that's all I have for now.
Thank you very much. Mekona appreciate him. Just 2 more calls will return back to studio. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Consultant. Hi, good morning, sir.
Morning. Where is Vano from?
Adevanu from Abuja. My name is Sidokoti.
Nah, wrong number you call. Make you call the one where we give for people where they're inside Nigeria. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, now who the Vano with us for the program Brekete family?
Yes, sir. It's Blessing Anthony from Kaduna State.
From Kaduna State. You go off the radio where you take the, or move away from the radio, or you off them. Make we hear you.
Okay.
Ibila says she don't switch off her line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning. And who the Vano with us for the program?
My name is
And where you the Vano from?
I come from Manova, Italy.
From Manova, Italy. Or ya Vano they go?
Good morning,
They hear you. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I ask your question quick or comment quick.
Okay. Okay, thank you. What I want to ask my son to be said, so much about the corruption matter. Is there any plan to handle anybody who has taken anything from Nigeria Post? Like our, the way they defraud some of our industries things. Because if he become president, in the way they go like that, you get time to bring them back to say, this is what we are looking for in Nigeria Post. And are you there in charge? What are you going to do? Where is this? Where is that?
Na corruption.
When you make our IVC become president, anybody will take anything that belongs to Nigerians. All of the things they go out. Because now that thing makes many corruption, people never know the fear.
We understand you. It talks, say, for people who don't already commit, where we say Nigeria things, property there for their hand, how you want handle them. We go pause them for telephone line. We go return, make it answer some of these questions. Then we go come back, begin take calls again. But Barrister, go waiting be the question where you been get. Make we see whether I go too much for His Excellency. Your Excellency, sir. The question, if we add Barrister go and a few people here, it go too much for you?
Well, I don't think so.
Make us appreciate them. He show capacity. He show say he they ready. He say he no think so. And as so as in they ask the questions, he they take note. It means say no one miss anyone. Barrister go.
Yes, good morning, Consultant Ike. Good morning, Your Excellency. You're welcome to Brekete family, the largest family in the whole world. My name is Ogochukwu Ezugo Esquire. I'm a legal practitioner and an in-house lawyer to Human Rights Radio and Brekete family. Your Excellency, sir, if you become the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, what are you going to do to eliminate poverty and unemployment in Nigeria? Because we see that many youth are out there doing nothing. Are you going to go into production so that we'll be exporting some things, like just like other countries importing things to Nigeria? And secondly, our health sector. what are you going to do so that people can equally come to Nigeria to do one or two things medically, as we are going to India and so many other places? Like the young boy that the ordinary president sent to India, Kingsley Eboin, that later died after the money we spent and everything. As at that time, the compatibility machine they used to do a test when someone wants to donate kidney to another person was not in Nigeria. I don't know whether they have it now. No. And it doesn't cost anything. You have to send the sample to whichever country. They will now check whether they are compatible before they will come back. And thirdly, the rule of law. Because we notice that many people are above the law, just like the question the other person asks. What are you going to do if you become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria so that there will be equality in this country, not minding who is involved or who must have committed the offense or not? You know, the rule of law is equality before the law, and everybody must be, nobody should be above the law. What are you going to do in the judiciary so that no matter who you are, the judges will not look at your face? Once you commit, you don't commit, be that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Barrister Ogo. Even though you give him an expo for the first question where you ask, but we go see whether he go take your expo or he go take his own thing. It good. And you also return them to law. No be only say some people they are above the law, even some excellencies. Then they act like say then they are above the law.
And that's what we are saying, not looking at, you know, the logo, the law logo, they cover in face. That one shows, say, even if now your mama, you know, go look at them. So if now maybe a governor of a state, if you are the president of the country or one of the senators or a minister in your cabinet.
It's okay. It's okay, Barrister Ogo. It don't take notes. Alaja.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Consultant Ike. Your Excellency, sir. My name is Amina Ajukobi, member of this Brekete beautiful family. My question goes like this, sir. What is your plan for the beggars on the street? Go to Lagos, go to Kwara, go to every state. And these beggars are in three categories to me. We have the women, we have the men, and we have the children. What is your plan to remove them from the streets and to get them something to do? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Any other person inside the studio want to ask question? Okay, give Daddy Scaffold. Your name now?
My name is Innocent Webike Oji.
A.K.A.
Daddy Scaffold.
A.K.A.
Team leader.
A.K.A.
Continue.
Chairman, Managing Director, Surugede Group of Companies. Make one appreciate them.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. I have just one or two questions to ask. And it borders on our mineral resources. The colonial masters had worked out a way to punish Nigerians. If you start from this Abuja, round the whole country, no state without mineral resources. But I can tell you for free that nobody, no Nigerians had access to those mineral resources. But foreigners are enjoying it and intimidating Nigerians, the indigenes, with our own security men and women. What are you going to do about that? Finally, our materials that people are taking out of this country without due process, thereby making things so difficult. I'll name three things. Roofing sheet, the normal gauge has reduced to nothing. Iron rod has reduced the quality and quantity to nothing. And that of wood has equally reduced to nothing. Now, if you hear that building collapse, don't be surprised. It's as a result of below, that is quality of the materials. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Okay, for all our followers, people where they listen to us, where one call in, make you just hold your peace, make His Excellency answer these questions. We go return back again. We go open telephone line for more people to ask their questions. Make una no worry. Even if you dey call now, I no go pick your call until he finish. Make he finish answering these ones where they for here. Yankee.
Yes.
Now you go be the last person inside studio before His Excellency go respond to these comments and questions.
Your Excellency, you're welcome to Human Rights Radio. My name is Yankee. So I want to ask this Biafra that has been everywhere and to an extent is a disturb to the country. I don't know if you address how you handle it. And secondly, the Sambisa forest that has become a no-go area. How will you handle it too, sir? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Make one appreciate Hanky. Now we don't return. Make His Excellency Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso will be the presidential candidate for the new Nigeria People's Party. Make he answer the questions where people don't ask him. Some say no be question na comments where people make he respond to them. When he finish, we go come back again. We go open telephone lines. We go take more from people. Make we today na in day and make people understand them. Make people know what he want do as he talk say he want be president. If God confirm him by 2023. Your Excellency, sir. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Consultant Ike. Let me first of all thank the first caller for his kind words. I don't think there was any question, but I'm so happy that we have Nigerians who are very conversant with what we have done and even what we are doing. And people like that actually make us to even believe that when we have opportunity again, we should do even better things.
Beautiful.
Somebody called from Galadima, especially he mentioned the issue of Niger roads, Niger state roads. You see, these roads everywhere are bad. It's very difficult to remember where you can drive for 100 kilometers on a very good road. And unfortunately, many people, especially contractors, are taking the opportunity of the weakness of government that they are given contract. They keep it with them almost forever. Every government that comes, they will ensure that they milk that government because they see it as their own share to ensure that they steal from government. So we are aware that all these roads are bad, especially Niger State is now linking far north and south, and most of the trailers and of course heavy duty vehicles are going through Niger State. And it is our intention really to look at all these roads, not only in Niger or in northern Nigeria, but across the country, to look at the contracts that were being awarded. And in our manifesto, our intention is to look at all the contractors that are credible, bring as many as possible together, make a consortium that will produce a company that has capacity to do the best roads, and we are ready to work with those companies to concession some roads and of course select points where we can put some toll gates, and of course will ensure that it is something that will be very much acceptable to Nigerians. We have to bring arrangements whereby roads are done without going out of this country to borrow money or borrow locally to construct roads.
Possibly by concessioning.
The concessioning. So the situation that we are today is very disturbing. That so much has been sunk into these roads, but if you go out there, they are not anything to write home about. Some of the roads were constructed few kilometers, and they have put too many bumps. One of my friends who was in my car when we were going, he noted that he would have been better with potholes than this
bumps.
number of bumps. Good road with so many bumps. And no work is done. You cannot move fast. And the disturbance, the inconveniences were so much that during our time, and that's exactly what we did in Kano. In Kano, during my 4 years, we ensured that there was no, on the main road, highways, there was no bumps. And markets were cleared from the main roads. And of course, even in some local governments, you find people having some religious activities on the roads. And we sat down with all those concerned. We agreed that roads must be open and clear at all times. So that's what we did. Now you go around, even in some villages, you find villagers themselves are putting woods and rocks and stones and all sorts of things to make sure that nobody moves. And that's not the idea of highways. So we are very much conversant with those issues. And the issue of Agboro and other people, Bambola that he mentioned, all these issues are issues that must be addressed. By the time you get, you give people a very good job and they're happy with their job, I believe that most of the things will fizzle out. Tracy from New York, my priority in 6 months, in fact, based on my personal experience in government, we will select certain items, certain areas, and put maximum priorities. One is the issue of security. If there is no security, whatever you are going to do, you are sure it will fail. Ranging from education to infrastructure to economy, everything will collapse. So that is why we will do whatever it takes to ensure that there is security in this country. And of course, the infrastructure itself is very important, including the power that is badly needed in this country. And it's a big shame, really, to me, that you go to almost everywhere in a civilized society, you get electricity 24 hours and throughout the year. So that will be our target. We will use all what we can, and that's why I told you, because of our concern with electricity, that was why we decided to install turbines in Tiga Dam and Chalawa Gorge Dam in Kano State. And the idea of those dams was to supply electricity to our water supply stations, and of course use the remaining for street lights. In Kano at that time, we had over 100 generators within the city of Kano alone powering. At that time, we going by what experts told us, Kano was the most lighted city in Nigeria, including Abuja and Lagos. And it was very expensive. And that was why the idea of supplying from those two dams became necessary. And the issue of reunite, so the issue of security, the issue of infrastructure, and of course the issue of education. These are the things that are critical. That is not to say that we will not move on the issue of health, the issue of agriculture, and other sectors that are key to our society and of course our nation. We have Mr. Philip. You see, there is a lot of concern. I think he mentioned the issue of selfishness, which we see all over. Many leaders, when they have opportunity, they just try to enrich themselves at the expense of other people or enrich people around them, or enrich people who are from their own faith or from their own ethnicity. I believe that is a very wrong thing to do. And people should learn from other people's mistakes or things that people have done, and people are happy about it. I'm so happy to be here. We have had calls from Nigeria and even abroad, and most of those people, I have not heard anyone saying he's from Kano. It's like
even Kano people go still call Your Excellency.
No, Kano. No, what I'm saying is the Kano people, I believe, unless if somebody wants to be mischievous, I'm sure they will speak in this direction or even more under normal circumstances. So we will continue to do whatever we can, especially with the encouragement from the good people of this country in terms of what has been done, and this will only encourage us to even do more. Now, Charles from Oka, the issue he mentioned about the Boko Haram, and I think he mentioned even the issue of IPOB. You see, security, you have to tackle it from two sides. One is the issue of these security agents we are talking about, the military, the police, the SSS, and so on and so forth. But the other one is, of course, security of jobs, security of education, security of food, security of income. So all these things put together, if you run them, definitely many of these things will go. And of course, our government will be open for discussion with even IPOB, with even Boko Haram, with even other people who believe that things they are being wronged, or somebody was not fair to them, or some people are not being fair to them. We put everything on the table. And at the end of the day, I'm sure many of them will see reason to come and work together with all other Nigerians. Along the line, if somebody says, okay, there was no school in their place, or he could not get a job, or the judges, or the police, or the SSS, or anybody has done this to that, now it's given us a way of how to correct.
Your Excellency, to the microphone.
Yes. So that will be an opportunity to correct whatever we are able to get from the people who believe that they are being offended. Now, Usman also mentioned the issue of electricity. We have handled the issue of electricity. We'll do whatever it takes using all sources that we have. We have been blessed in this country to have it, so that Nigerians will have adequate electricity at reasonable cost for industries, for residential and commercial use in this country. It is doable. We are going to do it. We will get whatever way of financing. We believe that we will get money in this country to do many things. But of course, there are areas that will require our friends, our partners, to come and work together with us. I believe electricity is one of them. And there are many countries, based on my present contact and earlier exposure, that people are ready to come and work together with us for mutual benefit. The issue Alhaji Adamu mentioned about my intervention in Anambra and other states. You see, I made it a point, decided that was the issue of a governor who said, many buses were arrested, and I think there was this idea of identity cards and so on. Some of them didn't even know why they were arrested, and so on and so forth. And when I heard about that, as usual, we had to take action. And with a little political threats and so on. And we had to save the situation. We brought them to Government House in Kano. They stayed there. We took care of their health. We gave them some clothing, gave them some capital, appealed to them to go and start businesses because they are not only from Kano, it's across northern Nigeria. And they are very happy. And even now, people keep on making reference to that. But I was doing it mainly not because of politics, because you see, in a country like ours, we always need elders and leaders who will intervene on behalf of the weak. And you mentioned Aminu Kano. Aminu Kano, of blessed memory, told us that our philosophy has to do with mainly with the needy, the women, the children, the very old, the poor, that's we call them in Hausa, talakawas, and so on and so forth. Because these are area of concentration. This is an area that we take very seriously. That is not to say that we'll abandon other people, but if you have 1,000 children, if one or two is sick, I think you should pay more attention to that one. Others are busy taking care of themselves. But we also believe that there is need to empower everybody, because empowering, let's say, the rich in many ways will help really in what some economists call trickle system, even though it doesn't work here. Here, many people have so much, they are there in the ceiling. Downstairs, people are dry and have nothing. So I'm so happy with the intervention in the southern, eastern part of the country, and of course, all what we have done in northern Nigeria, because I think I should make it clear, it's not only in Kano or in the east or in the south that we intervene. And recently, I was in the the Oni of Ife's palace. The first thing some two people, most senior in his palace, came to tell me was that when they had Ife crisis some years ago, to dull the tension, we told them, the RAO community there, they shouldn't, go and retaliate. If they like, they can go to court, and the court will look at the situation, and so on and so forth. They are very happy about that. They took the matter to court, and up till now, the matter was in the court. When I went to the palace before the Oni came, two gentlemen, the most senior people in the palace, appealed to me to talk to them, because they say they are not removing the case from the court until I tell them. So even when he came, he raised the same issue. And from there, I went to the RAO community. I pleaded with them that in the interest of peace, especially at that high level, I worried about the court case. I pleaded with them that they should withdraw. And they gave me their words that they would withdraw the case immediately. So we have many cases in the eastern part of the country, the western part of the country, even in the south, and even in northern Nigeria. So you see, all what we do, what I believe somebody has to do, is to make sure that there is no escalation of crisis. Whoever is wrong or right is not the issue. The issue is something has happened or was happening. Somebody has to stop it. Somebody has to take action. And then later, when the tempers are cooled down, other things can follow. Now, I talked about our plan for the week, that the beggars, children, women, and so on, that are seen all over the country. Now, you see, during my time in Kano, we had a law on the ground that nobody should be outside there begging. But before we did that, we took census of everybody who was incapacitated. Group 1 are people who cannot do anything. Those ones, our state government and local government were giving them allowances every month in Kano. We get the lepers, the blind, and all other people who have disabilities. We created like Sarki, traditional rulers, to even at that level take care of them, try and get the figures, and so on and so forth. We bought vehicles for them and gave them allowances on monthly basis. Now the other group of these beggars are those who have disability, but they can do something. Their legs are bad, but they have their hands, they can use them for something, and so on and so forth. We asked them what they thought they would do, and we gave them capital free of charge in Kano.
I can appreciate them.
And the other group is the group that they just don't have. They are very young, some middle-aged, some very old. We looked at them, we asked them what sort of business they want to do. We empowered them also, and at the end of the day, we brought our leaders, not only in Kano, but across northern Nigeria, the elders, the traditional rulers, the ulama, Klagi, and came and officially declare that we did not want to see anybody because everybody has been taken care of.
Yes.
And I can assure you, once we did that in Kano, our streets were completely clean, and we sent the others to schools. Those that we can give jobs, we gave them. We had people who were taking drugs and so on in motor parks, in some other points, hideouts. All of them were fished out. We established 26 institutes. One of those 26 institutes was what we call Reformatory Institute in Kiru local government. And what we did was that anybody who was taking drugs, government took the responsibility to take them to this reformatory. We involved consultants who are specialists in that area. We brought in psychologists. We brought in Klagi and ulama. We brought in everybody, involved the family, and they stayed there for 3 months. Within the 3 months, we'll talk to the people concerned. At the end of the day, some will say they are just finishing secondary when they started. Some will say they are in the university or they finished this school and so on. And we gave them free scholarship, those who wanted to go to schools. Those who had issues of going to school or they have finished, all of them, 100% who attended those schools, were given automatic jobs in Kano. In fact, we have special institutes like where we are training them, what you call security institute. We have a corporate security institute. Those ones, we noted that all our primary, secondary schools, tertiary institutions, government houses, and so on require security. At that time, Boko Haram was at its peak. So anybody with secondary school certificate, not minding the grade, we go and train them for 3 months on security issues. Of course, we link them up with SSS, we give them cards and so on. They are working for everybody in the state. And we post them to primary, secondary, and tertiary institutions and all other places where we had government facilities. So we cleared the streets of people, young men with drugs. Unfortunately, today, every state you go, it's a huge crisis, and nobody is talking about it. These drugs. In Kano, before we went to Kano, Kano was the hub, was the headquarters of drugs in Nigeria. But within our 4 years, we cleared it. Nobody in this country who is into selling drugs will be happy to go to Kano. Because one, if we catch you, no matter good or bad the vehicle is, we pack them and burn them together. We burn billions of naira drugs. In fact, even that attracted some issues from some other countries. So many countries were manufacturing fake drugs, bringing into this country counterfeit drugs, expired drugs, and so on. Now today, in one of our neighbors, we were told that if you go to the market, people are selling capsules and other drugs like beans, you know, in a pan. In the market, open.
As if not beans.
In a beans or any grain. That's how they sell it. And people don't care. And that's why if you go out, those of us who are going for campaign, if you look at the young men and women's eyes, it's very scary. They are ready to do anything for money, to go and buy drugs. They are not even talking of food. So government has to do something. And this is the time government to start doing something. Otherwise, the whole thing will collapse on us. Most of these criminal things are being done under the influence of drugs. Government has to do whatever it can. In fact, we formed committees.
So you mean say if you fit do in Kano, with all the things wey happen for Kano, you go fit do am for Nigeria.
Of course.
Because even from why I been no one interrupt you, now make it be say the questions where they ask, you answer all of them. But it gets some things where you talk, where sweet my belly well. When you begin talk about how you dealt with Abuero, Alamadris, and others, you no talk say and beggar, say you just go clear them for road. You say no. First, provisions, we take care to understand who they be. Waiting be their categories, their problems, how they be. Waiting we go do to address each person, each group problem. And as we address their problems, now we put laws, say, if we see you for road, you don't enter Wese.
That's exactly what happened, and I believe that is even doable in this country. These boys and even girls that we see on the streets taking drugs need help. Government must deal with drug barons that are selling, importing, manufacturing all these drugs. In Kano, we closed so many factories that were producing this cough syrup that people were taking and so on. Benelin, we closed so many companies for months. And many of them, after I left Kano, were friends up till now because they believe that I did the right thing. So government must be up and doing. You see, what we did also was to put committees under the leadership of NAFDAC and the NDLE. We had police, we had SSS, we had representatives of the Emirate Council. They are the ones going around. Anybody they see either selling drugs or taking drugs, they'll be taken to the reformatory thing. And once they come back, nobody would go back home empty-handed. Some
you no go just stop for reforming.
None of them went back with nothing. In fact, anytime they are graduating, I take time to go there and sit down and see them parading, doing all sorts of things. One story was that somebody was there, and when he saw together with the wife, that's the mother of the child, they are all crying. They were brought to me, and the story was that young man who was leading the parade was so notorious that the father was so afraid of his home. Anytime he was going home, was like he was going hell. Now his son is a good human being.
Reformed.
In fact, he was reformed, in charge of the parade. So I think these are the sort of things that we require in this country. Now the issue, aka the issue of mineral resources. You see, in a country where things are just thrown out there, our oil from 2.2 million barrels per day, now we are producing about 1 million.
And no, we saying only 1 million.
It's not like that's
we
what
hear
we
said in the TIFAM.
TIFAM. In fact, probably are producing more than that. But people are taking them away. The same thing with the soil minerals. Some people just came. You cannot play this game anywhere in the world.
We talk and say it no day possible to thief oil when government hand no them. Because no be gallon, then they take carry them. Now sheep, we be say one sheep, it go pass like 100 times this studio where you dey, Your Excellency. And no be say they fly like aeroplane.
No.
And no be say na 1 day, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 hour, then they take film. It they stay days. So now make people talk, say, all you wait then they thief. It no day possible say they go thief and say government hand no day. Even the mineral resources where they ask you now, where they try to explain, Your Excellency, some of the places where then they drill, where then they do mining, they collect our mineral resources. Some na Chinese companies.
Yeah,
we believe say government no.
Yes.
So now they ask you, say, what thing you go do make this thing
Now you
end?
see, that is why in the military we are going to have coastal guards. We are going to have border guards. We are going to have forest guards. And I think that would answer some of the questions somebody asked about Sambisa forest and other difficult places. All those guys It is there in our blueprint that we have specific for borders, even when we have thousands of kilometers as border in this country, but we are strong enough, we are rich enough to ensure that our borders are made as watertight as possible. We must not allow our borders to be this forest. People are bringing arms on camels. People are bringing them on vehicles. Some are bringing them through the ports, and so on and so forth. That got to stop. And you see, most of the issues that we have today in this country is an issue of punishment and, of course, reward. People are doing whatever they want. Nobody is 10 people are killed, 100 are killed. Nobody says, okay, why, who, is there anybody who didn't do his job?
Your Excellency, while I agree with you, not be only that also, there is issue of putting round peg on square holes and square pegs on round holes. Take, for example, people, they complain about Nigerian customs. The person where they carry, make he become the Comptroller General, na retired colonel. No be say he be custom. When people, you don't work as civil servant. Career civil servant, they do everything because he aspire, say one day, he go get opportunity to lead the place. And you work in a place, you be custom officer, you work, you try to maintain good record, learn your work, make you do your work well. He reach when he go be say, that thing where you don't learn for 30 years, you won't make you demonstrate them. They go bring somebody who will be retired police officer. We never get any business with custom, except if it's importance. Bring somebody who will be Yambanga. Or they bring somebody from civil defense. Retired. Say make it be custom officer, custom controller general. How you go expect better result from there?
I think you're absolutely right. We need to put square pegs in square holes. Once we decide to do anything different, the outcome will be what we are seeing today. And there must be discipline in whatever we are doing.
I hear say, even nobody don't ask you that question, I go ask you. I hear say many, when they enter, now their brothers, their sisters, people from the same church, where then they go, where be Christians, people from the same mosque, where then they go, if they be Muslims, people from the same family, the same ethnicity, now them then they put in all the places. When they don't put them in places where they think say they're important to them, the one where they remain, they feel leave them for anybody. And when these people misbehave, they know they fit ask them questions.
You see, even that one is better than what is happening now. Now the offers are in the market for sale.
Eh?
Oh, yes.
Offer for waiting. Wait, make I understand. Make una no clap, I beg. Offer for waiting.
For all that you said.
For positions to serve Nigeria, yes. Then they sell them.
Sell them.
So if I want to be minister, if I get money, I go pay, get them.
No. You see, the situation is people are being allocated from National Assembly, ministers, chief executives, to the extent that
if I
they
buy
feel
them, how
bad
I go, how I
even
no
to
go
give
recover
it.
now first.
It is even better you give it to your son or somebody, but it's in the market to buy. So the situation is.
I never hear this one before.
Is very unfortunate, and I believe government has to investigate some of these things and take action if at all they want things to get better.
Your Excellency,
so,
when I say I never hear, I just they talk make I hear more. The thing where you talk not true. Here, for Brekete family, record day, record, even voice conversation where then they bargain. For chief executive of Federal Inland Revenue, for example, chief executive of NCC, for example, now I talk, because when time come, we go talk the areas. NMPC, no be only these ones, even ministerial position, record day. I don't know, say you go get courage to talk, Your Excellency.
No, I have to talk about them. If I don't do it, who else will do?
Una no go appreciate them. You see, the major problem with government na willpower, political power, political
will.
Political will. They go know wetin dey happen, but because they no get that political will, maybe it concern their person, it concern their friend, it concern their brother or their sister or their interest.
Now, I can tell you here, you see, we have taken note of not only selling this sort of papers, we have noted that even before now, people have to pay officially some money, for example, for WAEC, for NAPTIP, all sorts of examinations, NECO, and so on.
That exam registration now, or money for...
Yes.
Expo.
Now in our blueprint, is free of charge.
Huh?
JAMB form is free. No child, Nigerian child, will pay any money for that.
To take JAMB?
Yes, because of the sons and daughters of the poor. We will not allow anybody to be restricted in his educational movement because of the status of his family. So that's why we decided to scrap that. That's exactly what we did in Kano. And the same thing with other schools, like going to schools, security schools, even NDA, you have to spend a lot of money to buy form, and so on and so forth. All those things will not allow, government would take responsibility. And we are doing it simply because we know so many people are being excluded, so many families are not given the opportunity, even when their sons and daughters are qualified to get that opportunity. So I can tell you, the issue of this punishment, people are doing whatever they want. A good government is, look, in Kano, we had what we call suggestion boxes. Suggestion boxes. And these boxes were in all the local government headquarters. They are all in the traditional rulers' houses. They were all in government offices. What we wanted you to do, anybody was to take paper like this. Write. You don't have to write your name. You don't have to write your address or telephone.
So we don't need to know the person.
We don't need to know the person.
Make it be say waiting they talk not true.
If you tell us that at number so, you saw funny movements, then we call SSS and send it to them. Go and check our report quickly. What is happening there? They saw movements around 3, 4, 2 o'clock a.m. in the morning. Through that, we are able to checkmate so many insecurity issues in Kano.
Thank you.
If you tell us that Mr. So has stolen money, or Mr. So, a civil servant was collected 2 salaries, he retired and collected the money from pension and collected money from salary, immediately we take action to the extent that everybody was reporting. If you retire this month, the following month you will take our pension. And if they made a mistake of allowing you or paying you quickly, not only you will pay, you write to the governor, because you are afraid that if governor should know, you will run into crisis. So through the suggestion boxes in Kano, we were able to do so much, and everybody was watching his shoulders, and that's how we succeed. Now you have all this information. I have it. Government, somebody in government must have been listening to this, but you won't hear anything again. They will continue to sell. And you see human nature.
So when action no day, nothing will happen.
They'll continue.
Your Excellency, before you go, I know say about 3 more questions remain. One from Tracy, where say, what do you want to do? Make you reunite Nigeria, make this kind of divide. I'm coming there,
unless if you want me to skip others.
And then also, Barrister Ogo talk about the rule of law and the other things.
They're all here.
And the other person talk about maybe Yankee, talk about the kind groups, insecurity, where they cause terror to people from different parts of the country. That one day. But before you go answer them, I go also want to make assure people, because telephone line they ring ever since where you start to the talk. I tell them, say, make them calm down. Opportunity go come.
We have to answer
make
this.
You just answer this one.
We have to answer
I
this
go
before.
come back again to them. People waiting for telephone line go talk their own.
Now, Wakili talked about abandoned federal government colleges, and of course there are many other things.
And properties.
And properties that have been abandoned. You see, what we did in Kano was to form a committee. Abandoned projects committee, completion committees. Those committee, that committee went around and itemized all the buildings that were being abandoned in Kano, ranging from secondary schools, tertiary institutions, state secretariat, and so on, libraries. So our first place of call was to complete those projects. And that's exactly what we wrote there. There is no point in opening a foundation while there is a building across the road that is almost completed. You need to put little money and you put that one to use. So we are going to complete all these projects. And it is also in that blueprint that as ASU was requesting, that government should concentrate on expanding, improving, and renovating schools, universities. That's exactly our position. And that's exactly what we did in Kano. To the extent that our branch, the ASU branch in Kano, when I was governor, we are not going on strike even when the national called for strike. They will go and take permission politely.
They no go on strike throughout your tenure.
They're not going. They'll take permission and stay. Because all these things are things that government should do.
And no be say Your Excellency, make I ask you, no be say you threaten them, you know, say as government.
You can't threaten ASU. They are being threatened now. Have they gone back?
So it means say you do things where impress them, where make them stay.
You see, we are all Nigerians. What government needs to do is to build confidence. If there is confidence that the governor, the family of governor, the friends of governor, the state executive of governor, everybody is doing the right thing, and people are seeing results. Schools, primary schools are being renovated, are being improved with books, with furniture, with teachers. Of course, these are the places where these workers are sending their children to. So you don't have to worry with that one. Your child is being sent to India, to United States, to Britain, to this and that. Why do you have to worry yourself? So, you see, all these things have to do with confidence that government is able to build among the population. So, abundant projects definitely will be completed, and that's exactly what we have done. The gentleman from Italy about corruption, you see, what is key, and that's what we did in Kano. Day one, when I came, I decided to draw a line and move forward. That is not to say corrupt cases will not cross the line themselves. They will come and cross the line. And we took all the time, and everybody knew I left government for 8 years. The governor that came did everything under the sun to rubbish me, with so many committees of investigation. In fact, Judicial Commission of Inquiry produced white paper, believing that I would take 10 years because of the white paper. And that's not what the Constitution says. And there was just nothing. I was Minister of Defense then. I told Obasanjo that Kano is doing white paper. Please, when it comes, read it. I'm ready to answer any question. If there is one thing, I will resign and go and defend myself.
Make we appreciate them.
And when they finished, coincidentally, one day Obasanjo called me and said, you should come tomorrow. Are you in Abuja? Yes, sir, come by 8 a.m. I went 8 a.m. I met the president, the governor there. I didn't know it Because him, when I had in the night, I was calling my permanent secretary and directors to see if there was anything that I needed to see President. He was calling me by 8 a.m. I went there. I saw him. When we went there, the white paper was his president.
Now the white paper,
the white paper. Me and him.
Thank God, no be black paper.
Well, so we went there. The chief of staff, General Abdullahi, was there. When he raised the issue of white paper, I said, sir, I told you, read it. I know you are very good in reading. If there is one item, because you see, you can't steal alone in government. You can only go a robber to go and break somewhere and take money. It has to go through processes. So he read it. I said there was just nothing. And of course there is nothing. If there is anything today, somebody will bring it. Contesting to be president. And you know politics. So there was just nothing. So you see, you need to be upright. And that's the problem of people. And that's why many people are finding it difficult today to contest any election. Because it's very difficult to get credible candidates at all levels. Very difficult. For you to be a good candidate, you have to deny yourself too many things. You have to be different. If you are not different, then why you? Why they not the other person? You have to deny yourself and family so many things to the extent people will believe you are different. And that's exactly what is happening. All others, from the certificate that I laid down today, how many can come and tell you the names of their schools and certificate and tell you they have PhD? How many of them? Most of these things we are criticizing, everybody knows they are there. But maybe because of poverty, maybe because we are so weak in this country, people are still struggling to see the continuation of this thing, to maintain the status quo, which is most unfortunate. I'm so happy that the point has been made here that whatever we have in the next dispensation, people should not go out there and start complaining. People who are collecting money to go and collect to elect a candidate, whatever happens, you should blame yourself. And that's the situation. That's the correct thing, because we are lucky this time around that from our time of finishing, the time we finished primary election to general election, very long time, we are putting ourselves there for everybody to see, to watch us. Our health is very important. If you are sick, you are sick. Don't kill yourself. Don't crush yourself. You are sick. Please take care of your health.
No, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, you will understand.
No, I won't make you explain. Make I understand them, Your Excellency.
Now, you see, I will tell you. I will explain to you.
Because you've been sitting here since 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Naima even
if you want me to stand up, I will stand up for another five hours. You see, in this country, you see, people forget history. And it's very wrong. My friend, my brother, my colleague, Umar Musa Yar'Adua, of blessed memory, all of us knew he was sick. We knew.
Oh, you even know?
Everybody knew.
But you not tell us that time.
Well, they didn't ask me, but I told them at the right time. So
we appreciate them.
You see, unfortunately, he accepted. I'm sure he didn't ask for it. He accepted to be president. Under normal circumstances, if it were me, I would reject. Because you see, as a human being, any day, any time, you have to assess yourself. You have to put yourself on a scale
be honest to yourself
and look at yourself in the mirror. What can you do today, and what is it that you cannot do? Me and you now, they put 5 bags of cement and they say they will put you on your head. One will only be a fool.
Your Excellency, I no go agree, madam.
You no go agree. That means you are sensible.
I no go agree.
So you see, that is the problem that we have. And at the end of the day, we had to lose him. In Islam, we believe whether you are sick or you are there, you are well, if when your time comes, you will go. But the fact remains is everybody knows that if you go to 12th floor in a building, open the window and come down, you'll hardly survive it. You'll only be extremely lucky to survive it. And these are some of the things. So people have to understand. People have to love this country. I can tell you, there will come a time, if you ask me to go around the southern part of the country in a vehicle with bad roads, I will only laugh at you. Say, I've passed that level. I can tell you another one story, 1 minute story if you want.
Go ahead.
When I was in the House of Reps, we were so worried about handing over of government to civilians. That time it was Governor General IBB. So as politicians, we sat down and said, look, we have to report IBB to Zik. We had a committee under Chuba Okadibo, of blessed memory. We went to Zik's house in the east. He was so happy. He came with his handkerchief. He was so happy. Look at this, exchanging pleasantries and so on. He sat down. And this same Chuba stood up. And he started criticizing the president, criticizing this. Today he say he will hand over, he will tomorrow will come, he will not do it next tomorrow, and so on. And as he was telling him, Zik started crying. We were all shocked. We didn't know somebody who was just laughing now and now he's crying. At the end of the day, when we calmed him down, he said, we are all stupid. We didn't know what we did. Say, you are very stupid, all of you. Say, look, you, when I was strong, I was fighting people, white people. I didn't know their father. I didn't know their mother. We fought them. We got independence. You stupid people, your classmates, these people from your villages, you cannot go and fight them and take over from them. You have to go. Then he started crying again. That he is weak. He cannot do anything now. This is our time. We can't do it. What he did in the past.
So even part of the fault in our own self, we will be saying our turn now. We suppose stand up, fight the same way where our fathers fight.
We have to fight and do the right thing. And this fighting doesn't start with one group, one person, 10 people, one section, by everybody. Meaning that I should do the right thing. You as a journalist should do the right thing. Engineers should do the right thing. Everybody should work with synergy. And at the end of the day, we can achieve a good result. What I'm trying to say in this example is that Zik at that time believed that it will only take him maybe telephone call or visit. But he feels that that is not the time for him to do that. His time has gone. Somebody should be doing that. They should allow him, because after that we had discussions that he should allow me to be taking my medication, good rest and so on. He shouldn't be bringing bad stories to me. So that's the situation now. So people should know what they can do. And not only that, even those who are forcing themselves, I think the voters are there. If they decide to make a mistake, God forbid, all of us will be there to regret it. And that's where we are. I think voters should be wiser. We have heard people talking about ethnicity, that this is their time, this is this. Not 2023. 2023, we need the best. And I can tell you at any given time, I will be ready to volunteer if there is any candidate that will put ourselves and found him better than me in terms of experience, in terms of qualification, in terms of whatever that is necessary, capacity and integrity. I will support him.
You will support him?
I will support him. And let me tell you, we have done that in the past.
That is the spirit, Your Excellency. That's the spirit to move Nigeria forward.
Yes. So, you see, we have done that in the past. In 1992-93, we are talking about. We supported Abiola against Topa from my own constituency, from my own polling booth in 1993. We supported him from Abeokuta, from Ogun State. The same thing was Obasanjo. In 1999, I was governor-elect when we supported him against Muhammad Abubakar Rimi of blessed memory. He has done so well for us. He was a good governor. But under that circumstance, we felt Obasanjo could do better. A Christian from the south. Even Jonathan in 2011, we supported him against Buhari. A Christian from the south, who's Buhari around backyard in from Kasina. We supported him. Some young men and women were trying to burn our houses. In fact, they burned so many houses in Kano. So ours has nothing to do with this issue of sentiments people are talking about. And if any group, if any region or zone is interested in becoming president, they should build a bridge. Even if I'm not contesting, I'm a Nigerian, I want to see the best. And the best today, we believe that people must learn from these mistakes and take the best. In fact, I can tell you, there are people who have an extreme thinking because of our situation. Some are saying even if we can hire a president from somewhere to come and do something for 4 years, not Nigerian, to come and do this work and go. Because people comfortable in Abuja, they start thinking of their tribe or their people of their faith. People in IDPs now, in Northwest, in North Central, in Northeast, people in the hospitals now with gunshots. They're not talking of maybe their brother is the president. So what do you think they are telling themselves?
Depends.
If anybody can come and save them from whatever part of the world, they'll be very happy with that. So we have passed the level of people thinking, and you see some of us have prepared ourselves. In 2007, I was civil servant, as you said, for 17 years. I was governor. I was deputy speaker house, or rather, I was in the constitutional conference. I was minister of defense, advisor to president, and so on. I was more experienced in politics than most people who have finished their second term. Now, my mind was not to become president at that time. I wanted to go back to Kano for my unfinished job. I wasn't in a hurry. I went and fought while my friends were fighting to become president, buying forms and so on. So, you see, we want people to be patient, to prepare themselves and do things at the right time. If I was president in 2003, or 7, I'm sure my presidency today or in 2023 will be much better. I was governor in 2003. But I left the government house for 8 years. I reflected back. What did I do right to do more of it? What did I do wrong to avoid it? And therefore, most people in Kano were only remembering my second term. Even when my first term was very historic, because it was based on that first term that I left 8 years. And the same Kano people came and voted for me under the same PDP, the same deputy governor, because they were able to put 4 years that I had and 8 years that followed, and felt that I had to go back to Kano.
Okay, Your Excellency, many people no go forgive me if I no give them opportunity, make them fit talk with you. Many calls they come.
Now, but what of this question? Do we ignore them?
Oh yeah, answer them before we return back.
Okay. So,
to the microphone, Your Excellency. There
is the Ogochukwu cult, and what would I do with the issue of poverty in the country? Now, I think all these things we are doing, in the first place, education is key in fighting poverty. Good quality education. So also all these opportunities like this military thing, police thing, and other job opportunities that will open on the side of government. On the other side, we encourage entrepreneurs, people who will invest their money locally, and those who are coming from the international community, our friends who will invest. We give them the environment necessary, the power, the water supply, the roads, and so the rail, and so on and so forth. So, like in Kano, I told you we built 3 cities, big 3 cities in Kano, mainly because of that time to engage everybody working at that particular time. We did so many things, building schools, building hospitals, building things, and so on. Infrastructure generally generate a lot of jobs, so also agriculture, and so on and so forth. The issue of minimizing health tourism. Now, in the first place, government must encourage private sector and the government to build hospitals. Some of them, especially we have so many universities now, encourage them to build world-class hospitals, and those who want to build the hospitals themselves, you encourage them. So also our teaching hospitals and health centers, federal health centers that we have. You have to raise them to be centers of excellence, to ensure that even president will be happy to be taken to any of the hospitals. You see, when I was governor in Kano, I asked Commissioner of Health, Commissioner, I was going around, I have never seen where you have an ICU. He said, you'll find out. The following day he came, he said, we didn't have. I said, okay, I have to do ICU. Even if it is because of me. Because I wouldn't know, with this speed that drivers are taking us, you don't know where you'll end up one day. And if there is no ICU and other facilities, at the end of the day, you may have an accident, and you require
Your
that.
Excellency, you go, hold on. Ordinary President want to add his voice too. Good morning, Ordinary President. Again.
Yeah, good morning, because of an Ike.
Yes, Ordinary President.
You see, this man, a person will get carry knowledge. Now, person from his experience, he get plenty things when he go talk. Just the way we do for other people. When we ask them question, make we allow them exhaust the answer well before we go ask them another question.
Okay.
I just manage come out now. Now I just notice something. I say make we just adjust so that even the questions where you be interrupted before, if you get anything when you remember where you be in one talk where we no allow and talk, I bet make you talk.
Thank you, Ordinary President.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Michael, I appreciate Ordinary President. Your Excellency, sir, you hear as Ordinary President talk, all the questions where they ask, anyone where, unless the one where you think say you don't already answer them, if you even remember anything where you want to add, feel free. Now you're there. Take the microphone, sir.
Thank you very much, and I want to thank the Ordinary President for this kind words. So we'll do whatever it takes to minimize health tourism, but by way of doing our hospitals very well, sometimes I ask myself, if President wants to go to London, I always go to London. I was in London for many years. I was in Europe. I was in Dubai. On many occasions, I took people to the hospitals, and I'm conversant with their facilities. The question is, what is in their facilities abroad that we don't have here, and we cannot purchase them and bring them? Which professional that is there that federal government cannot bring them into this country? At that age, you may be sick, but why do you have to go there? You have to have, here we have hospital in the villa itself. These are places meant for the president, for the vice president, and very other senior government officials, and even people who have the capacity to pay. So for me, certainly health tourism by people at that level is unnecessary and uncalled for, because you can bring these facilities, even if it is because of you, other people will certainly use them because they will not be locked just because of you. We want to do X-ray machine is there. If you have any other equipment, bring them home. Encourage other people to put in other hospitals for other Nigerians. So I believe that we have the capacity to make sure that all these items are available. And another thing is to build confidence into our people. Now, many Nigerians believe that nothing is good here, especially when it comes to their health. They always want to go. We will inculcate confidence in our people. We will bring in special campaign to convince Nigeria and Nigerians that ours is the best, not only the area of health, in all other areas. Now, the issue of rule of law, you see, if you want peace in the country, there must be rule of law. And it starts from the president himself. You cannot be breaking laws, unnecessary laws, creating so much difficulties, unnecessary difficulties for people because you are president. You are president by the grace of God and grace of your people. And you should do whatever it takes to ensure that your people are comfortable, your people are happy. You shouldn't be bringing unnecessary policies. For example, this last policy that we see from the central bank. Now, while we are happy that all those who stole the money will find it difficult to get money for campaign and sponsoring the elections and so on. But on the other hand, we are aware that the government and all those concerned may decide to siphon that money quietly and give to some people. So that's one of the issues. There are many things, tiny things that people are worried about, and I believe government should do better. While I agree that there is need for cashless society, but just to a certain limit and also gradually. And I'm happy to say that Kano State government under my under our government was the first to start e-payment in this country. No government, we started it. We started the here we call it ages. In Kano we call it kanjis. I was there in the council when RFI brought it and made reference that of Kano that we started it and it's coming. So we did everything to ensure that stealing was minimized in government. And I'm so happy that we did that. But the way it is being done now, I think there is a huge requirement for ensuring that they have done accordingly. So all government officials, the judiciary, of course my colleagues in the National Assembly, we will call them to sit down and discuss how we can make this country a better place. If you are in the legislature, you think you can do bad laws against the people, okay, that's your job. But there are many other areas that you don't control. If people decide to be wicked in that area also, then it becomes a big problem for you. The same thing if you are in the executive, you decide to be anti-people, and then everybody is doing his own. One day you'll find yourself in the hands of bandits and so on that were being created by the system. So, you see, if we come together and do the right thing, everybody will benefit. But if everybody decides to do his own, everybody will lose. And I think that is what Nigerians must understand. I think, which other page? No, I think I handled the... Okay, Biafra, Sambisa, and so on. I mentioned the issue of forests. Sambisa is one of them. We have many others in northern Nigeria, especially around Birnungwari and that axis of Zamfara, Kebbi, Sokoto, and so on. These are some of the hiding places for the bandits and other criminals. All those places will be taken over by the military to make sure there is security. And this security also will be used, especially from the beginning. The engineering corps will empower them, will give them all the equipments, all these roads, almost day one. We'll start working on them. And it should be purely under the military. They will do the roads and everything, open places, while other things are happening. So we see the issue of security as so key, as very important, that we have to do something day one. So I think this is about all that I can find here.
Okay. I think you have done justice to the questions, Your Excellency, and we go open telephone line for more. And this is not the last session of it, like we talk when we start. Say once we take this one, we go allow a few more calls, and then you go address them. But I believe, say, most of the things where people they ask questions about, all of them they represented into some of these questions. For people who want calling for this last segment of this session, if you're there for diaspora, now +234 81 88 89 10 11. If you're there for diaspora outside Nigeria and you want call into the program, make you follow, interact with His Excellency Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, will be the presidential candidate for the new Nigerian political party, People's Party, New Nigeria People's Party. The number where you go call now +234 81 88 89 10 11. But if you dey inside Nigeria, any part of Nigeria where you dey, na 090 99 88 77 00. Hello, good morning, Guy.
Good morning, Consultant Ike.
Yes, now who they call us for the program Brekete family?
Okay, now me Shas Onyenua. I'm from Delta State. I want to ask Excellency.
Where you they call from? Where you they call from?
Some questions.
Where you they call from?
They call from France, but I they use the Italian language they call.
From France. Okay. Oh yeah, Vano they go.
Okay. No, I think they thought nobody will don't make sure this Bakassi Peninsula where they give to Cameroon. And another president's call. I think they go put that matter. I know say that thing they worry another president for mind. Where so they say Bakassi Peninsula where they give to Cameroon.
Okay, it be like say you know they follow when he answer, he don't talk about them. If you get any other question, you ask.
The other issue about our military intelligence, where we say no, they work well because I lost my nephew. 2021, where we say the military general, where we say order the military to take over Mountain for 48 hours. Where we say no intelligence military. Where we say I lost my nephew because of that one.
Okay.
Because Nigerian military need to have intelligence before they move forward.
Sorry about your loss. You go answer that one.
Okay.
Even though it don't talk some things where relate to security here many times. We take another call now. Hello, good morning, Guy. Yes.
Hello, morning,
good morning, Guy.
Yes, sir. I'm Mr. Clincher from Abuja, sir.
Abuja, waiting the chook you for leave Akumeme on top the matter where we they talk for studio.
Is about recruitment of police. It has been long that they recruited police, and that is the cause of some security challenges we have in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You be police or you want join police?
I want to join police, and you know, if you look at the population of Nigeria, we are about 200 million. Hello, sir.
Yes, the thing where they talk, you no need to worry about them because even His Excellency talk and say the number they're very low. Say na part of him priority say he go increase the number, but no be only number. He go also add capacity, join that number plus better welfare. Now waiting we hear and talk here. Hello, good morning. Guy.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, who the value with us? Okay.
My name is Chinedu. I'm calling from Germany.
You are calling from Germany. Chinedu, Vano de go.
All right. Thank you very much. My question goes like this to His Excellency. I want to ask him a straight question. In case all this what he promises, he couldn't achieve them maybe in 1 year, can he be honorable enough to resign? Because in Africa, it's always hard for people in authority to resign. I want you to answer it. Just direct question.
Okay.
Thank you.
They don't hear that one. Make one appreciate Chinedu. Hello, good morning, Guy.
Hello.
Yes, now who the Vano with us? It be like say don't go. Hello, good morning, Guy. Hello, good morning, Guy. It be like say those ones I don't know what in then they listen to. It can't be like say then they're confused where then they. Hello, good morning, Guy.
Hello, good morning, Consultant Ike.
Yes, now who the Vano with us for the program Brekete family?
Yeah, this is Nduka from Spain.
Nduka from Spain. Waiting you want talk.
Yes. Yes, I want to thank His Excellency for his all his contribution. And most of the questions that we are supposed to ask, he have answered most of the questions. And my prayer is for God to give us a good leader. What we are passing through in that country, we have a good country, but what we don't have is a good leader that will take us through. And I still want to ask our Excellency about international relationship. Because we in diaspora, we suffer so long, because with no more, Nigeria does not have any value in this diaspora. So how will we be able to put everything through so that we have a good relationship with the international? Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Ndoka from Spain. Hello, good morning, Guy.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, now who the Vano with us for the program Brekete family? Your line be like say the network where you did they very bad. You they hear us?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Make you adjust small, make we see whether I go better.
I adjust, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I have Vano.
My name is Usman Mikael Yahaya from Koton area 10, sir. Hello, sir.
Will they hear you, Vano, they go?
I want to ask our Jagora, what you will do about judiciary, sir?
About
my question, sir.
About
judiciary.
what?
Judiciary, sir.
Judiciary. Thank you very much for that one. You don't ask about judiciary. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Consultant Ike. Hello, good morning, Nigerians.
Now, who the Vano with us for the telephone now?
My name is Barista Abdurrahman Ahmed Al-Bushra, aka Triple A. I want to say to our distinguished Senator Najirabi Musa Bongoso, the presidential candidate of one of the greatest parties that has emerged recently in the political terrain of Nigeria. Mine is not a question, it's a contribution to say something very important. On Friday, 24th of September 2018, precisely, I was on a journey between Abuja and Lagos. And I boarded one of the commercial airlines in Nigeria here. And we went through a very serious turbulence. If you go back to history on that day, it rained heavily in Lagos, like for a long time. It has not rained like that in Lagos. We were threatened with landing. And the pilot was extraordinarily able to maneuver the plane. For over 1 hour plus, we were rotating around Lagos. In fact, most of us had given up. Eventually, we were forced to come back to Abuja, and then the plane was serviced and refueled, and we went back to Lagos. But you know the very funny thing, the pilot that flew that plane that day was one of the products of Rabi Musa Kwankwaso's training. Believe me, because I took time to ask him. I have the picture. I asked him, I said, were you trained in Nigeria? He said, thanks to God and thanks to Rabi Musa Kwankwaso's government that sent us out for training as pilots. And, you know, I believe so many good things can come out of Nigeria if we give the right opportunity to the right people. So for me, I was eternally grateful to God. I was eternally grateful to him for being able to see the vision that Nigeria as a country would need manpower like this, and he invested in it. Not only for his family, he could have trained one single pilot to fly his own private jet. But he trained them to be able to serve Nigeria and Nigerians and humanity in general. On that day, if we were not lucky to have the right pilots with the right training, God knows that probably will not be here talking today. So for that singular honor, for that singular opportunity, I say thank you, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso. And whether you are the president of Nigeria or not, Allah gives power and Allah takes it from whom he will. But know that Nigerians will recognize you and put you in the annals of history as one of the greatest pillars of people who had ever moved this country forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Now, so it's supposed to be when you invest your time to serve your people the way where you're supposed to serve them. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, now who the Vano with us for the program, Brekete family?
I'm Hajia Hadiza Mama Sani.
And where you the Vano from?
From Kone. Kone, Republic of Niger.
Niger, okay. Kone.
My prayer goes to His Excellency Engineer Rabi Musa Kwankwaso. I'm urging him to come back, even if by divine happening he doesn't make it to the presidency. He should continue to come until, by the grace of God, we elect him president and he becomes president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes.
I'm a full-fledged Nigerian, but resident in Koni. Now my question goes to him as thus. If by the grace of God he becomes president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, how will he be able to harvest complaints, information, and suggestions from the elite radio and television house, Human Rights Radio? Thank you. That's all for him.
Okay, okay. It be like say before you go, even that question, it don't already answer him. When he talk how from in Kano State, we are boxes, information, suggestion boxes, they everywhere, whether not for mosque, for church, for Emir Palace, for market. And they talk, say, anybody where they bring information, no even write your name or your telephone number. And now waiting he collect from there, according to him, he do most of the work where he do to respond to places where he require response quick, and also manage security well. Hello, good morning.
Everywhere, whether not.
This one no agree off in phone. He just the he no agree off waiting. He take the monitor us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
Yes.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. If you no go come out for that radio, I go off him.
I don't come out, please. I don't come out. My name is Celestine Igwe.
Okay.
From Sako Market.
Yes.
I want to ask Mr. Kwankwaso, the incoming president of Nigeria, a question. Mr. Excellency, if you're a president of Nigeria, if God permits you to be president of Nigeria, can you stop issue of NEPA, the way that people in Nigeria here?
NEPA.
Under one, we mentioned about the actual question about IPOD. Because what's causing the problem? He didn't answer that question where do I want it.
Okay, he go answer.
I want to ask the question. If you be a president of Nigeria, are you taking Nigeria to be one unity?
Okay, he go answer him. Even the NEPA own, he don't answer. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Now, who the Vano with us?
Now, patient, the Vano with you from UK.
UK, which part of UK?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Oh, yeah, patients, Vano, they go.
Okay, sir. Good morning, my presidential candidate, Elijah Kong.
Thank you very much.
My question to you is this. Will you support for our Nigerian constitution to be amended based on the powers given to the president, that most of the powers should be relinquished to the citizens, like appointment of political offices like ministers and other stuff. Maybe Nigerian citizens should be able to elect who they want to be their ministers based on their performance.
Okay.
And two, will you support that if a bill is passed before the election, if it is possible, a capital punishment should be introduced to our Nigerian constitution based on the corruption we have?
Okay.
Because if you look at other countries like the Middle East and other Western China, they put capital punishment for those who embezzle money,
for
so that
corruption.
this will scare them off from stealing our money.
Okay,
then,
thank you, patience.
Please, we they put in law that this 4 years term they put in Nigerian constitution that it should be for performance. Because there are many people that they will be there in the office for 4 years, they don't do anything. But with that performance, we determine if Nigeria will say we want to continue with this government or we want them out.
Okay, patience quickly. Patience quickly. The last question answer there, no being go give you that answer. 4 years now for performance, because after 4 years another election they happen. If we will be the voters, they measure performance and be honest with ourselves without allowing our votes to be bought or sold, we go also reward who perform. The person who no perform, we go remove him. The other one where you talk about reducing his power as a president, if he become president, now he go answer him by himself. He go take him own mouth, chop onions, whether he go reduce in power or no one reduce them. Thank you for that one. Hello, good morning. By 12:30 on the dot, we stop taking phone calls. We return back to the studio for him to answer the questions, and we close for the day. Hello, good morning. People I say this one die lost, go begin do another thing. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, now who the Vano with us?
My name is Kelly. Audio calling from Berlin, Germany.
Berlin, Germany. You no go come out from the thing where you take the monitor or see they do nyau for the radio station.
Sorry. Sorry.
You go off and you come out from the Oya Vano?
I don't offer. Yeah. But please, my question go to Mr. Kwakoso. The question is about Nigeria airport. Because the way the immigration and workers in airport they extract people is very, very wrong. So and we don't know who they duty and who not they duty at all. It's bad.
Okay. Thank you very much. Everybody they talk where they pay them. They talk say them where they travel come inside Nigeria. They know they like the kind treatment where then they get for airports with immigration and all of them and customs. They not even know who they duty. Some they know get no name tag, nothing. They go just some of them they harass them, collect money from them anyhow. And make we take this one again. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. You know they're ready to talk. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Congressman.
Yes, who the Vano with us?
Yeah, this is Austin calling from Dublin.
Austin from Dublin. Vano they go.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Please, my question is that to His Excellency, is that please
can we Nigerians, can the president, he didn't have the power to take away this power of indigenous form, this indigenous form, that Nigeria be one. That's called indigenous form. It's not even telling us that we are one.
Where be say people Hello? They get benefit based on the indigenous where they be for where they be. I think now you mean.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay.
That indigenous form.
Okay. Make I answer you directly, make you no waste your time. In talk say when in day for Kano State, he talk say he give in one particular session over 3,000 persons, and he make law say any person will make first class in any university as long as he reside in Kano, he no need to be indigenous of Kano. Say he give him scholarship. At least with that one, he shows say he understand the kind disadvantage where that kind thing they bring, and they know they're ready to sustain them. The only thing where we go begin as we say whether he go sustain the same thing by the grace of God when God confirm him, the President and Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We talk say by 12:30 we go end telephone call.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Now who they vano with us for the program Brekete family?
My name is Godwin Isao Namidi.
And you the vano from where? You called the wrong number. Here, part of the reasons why Nigeria they get problem, you know, they move forward. Now people know they obey rules. They know they follow instruction. The number where you call, maybe what you supposed to call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Consultant Ike.
Yes, now who the vano with us?
Good morning, Brekete family.
Yes.
My name is Hadiza Ibrahim, calling from Dublin, sir.
Hadiza Ibrahim from Dublin. What thing you want to talk this morning for this matter?
The issue that I would like to ask His Excellency Dr. Rabi Musa Konkoso. Initially, I was born and brought up in Kano, in Bombay Barracks, down to Tudumada. So we are living very close to Bombay Industrial Estate. Because from our houses, you can be seeing all the factories and all that. I could remember like 2006 to 2007 when I was doing my diploma in Kano State Polytechnic. We conducted a research whereby from 1999 to that period, like 319 factories we are closed down.
319?
Of course. We are closed down. We are not functioning at all. So it happens that when I was growing up as a kid, you know, I like all these young boys that I used to know in our area, you hardly see them around because they have a lot of jobs that they are doing in those factories. I could remember Savamalt.
Ask your question directly. Ask your question directly now. What do you want to ask His Excellency?
Okay. We all know that power and energy is the key factor to the success of each and every economy. So, because like what they said, it's lack of sufficient power supply. That was what put so many of those factories out of business, out of production and all that. So
you are not asking the question. I go short you. I go off the line.
What does he intend to do in reviving the power supply in the country in general, not only Kano State?
Thank you very much for that one. In don't hear him. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now who the vano with us?
Hello,
hello, good. Oh yeah, vano they go. It be like say no be us where he plan to call, or maybe he won't call His Excellency directly on his personal line. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Now who the vano with us?
This is Yerima calling from Cotonou, Benin Republic.
Okay, Vano, they go.
Yes. What I want to ask about this road, our road in almost the 36 states, especially here in FCC in Abuja. No road, no infrastructure that is going on. I want to know what our dad is going to do about it. Especially and also.
You don't hear them. You don't ask about road. Now we go return back to the studio. I believe, say, most of the questions where people they ask now questions where other people don't ask and answers don't come for them. But he gets two numbers where they struggle since to call me. One from US, another one UK.
Hello, good morning.
I don't know whether 9
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Family, good morning from United Kingdom.
Yes, from United Kingdom. What be your name?
My name is Dr. Chuma, Deployer.
Okay, Dr. Chuma.
I am calling from Birmingham, United Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Chuma, Vano, you get only 30 seconds.
All right. I just want to ask the presidential candidate that is there, Alhaji Kwankwaso. I don't like using that word, Excellency. We have not had anything, Excellency, in Nigeria. Please, Alhaji Kwankwaso, I want to ask you, all the good things you have said about relinquishing your desire to be a president. And you know that we are coming out from Northern president. You want to go in as a president again from the North. How can you be able to join with Southern president and then so Nigeria can move forward? And secondly, you didn't say anything about all the Alamajiri schools that Jonathan built in the North during his time.
Okay, talk about. Hold on, doctor. Today, he dey here to talk about the one where in do, no be the one where Jonathan do. Make we put them in the proper perspective. Now himself, he dey talk about today. So make we focus. Tell us the one where in build. When Jonathan won contest come in on, we go tell him. He go tell us the one where in build too. Thank you very much. We don't return back to the studio. Make we take the answers. Onasiam say most of the questions now questions where people don't already ask. You want to ask something? Give a microphone. Give a microphone quick.
Good afternoon, Consultant Ike.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Uzo Nwokeji. You know, I actually didn't know much about Your Excellency, you know, even though the ordinary president has been talking about Alhaji Kwakwanso. You know, I didn't know much, and I was actually skeptical until I saw you and I heard from you today. So today, now I know why the ordinary president was always talking about you. I appreciate you so much. There are three questions I want to ask. But I will start with comments, then they will lead to questions. Number one is, you know, we keep talking about infrastructure in Nigeria. And I remember that when China was hosting the Beijing Olympics, the stadium, the stadium was designed by the British and built by the Germans. And after that, all stadia everywhere is being built by China. The fast rail track in China was also designed and built by the Germans. And today, China is doing that everywhere in the world. But in Nigeria, we keep talking about infrastructure. They keep building and they keep designing and building for us. Eventually, they will finish all the infrastructure in Nigeria and they will keep maintaining them, and no Nigerian engineers will be involved. And I don't see how a country makes progress this way. That is number one. Number two is restructuring. You know, they keep talking about restructuring. I'm skeptical. I'm actually afraid, you know, because we don't know where this restructuring is going to lead to. It's so vague. Nobody understands it. And I don't know what it is for. We know that we have some problems, but we're not supposed to be talking about restructuring, because if you restructure Nigeria, you know, Russia is the greatest country in this world, potentially. But America appears to be economically more powerful than Russia because they have 50 states, and these 50 states are all empowered, while in Russia you have just Moscow and maybe 1 or 2 other 3 places. That is the problem with Russia. And Nigeria, we're blessed that we have 36 states. We even should be talking about more. If all these states are empowered and they are economically viable, you should understand how powerful Nigeria should be. But we're talking about restructuring, and this restructuring might lead to regionalism, where you find Enugu, Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Kano as centers of development
begin to round up
these places
quickly.
You know, so I'm skeptical about that. Then number 3, you know, we have 36 states in Nigeria. Most of the regions have 6 states. One has 5 states, and the other one has 7. Nobody's talking about these things. Even the people who have 7, they are not even, you know, feeling that it's cheating, that they have 7 and one has only 5. They are not talking about it, and everybody appears to be comfortable.
Okay, so, is that your last question?
Yeah, that's my last question.
Okay, thank you. We will stop there, make we take response from His Excellency, and then we know, say today, I think he has done justice to this. He will give us his final word, and we will pack Kaya. We go pack Kaya, come off for studio. In case, make Elijah, you know they look me bad. If you want go give peace a chance, go give peace a chance. Because I see how some people, they look me bad eye here. In case you want give peace a chance, studio door they open, you fit go give peace a chance, come back. We go allow you. No, it get as you take the look me when I dey here, I notice them. Your Excellency, sir. I don't know whether you're ready to take on the questions. The ones where you don't answer already.
Well, the ones that I answered, maybe I'll just skip them.
Unless you want to add, though, you're there at liberty to add.
Well, it's okay. Sharp from France talked about Bakassi, which has been handled earlier on. The gentleman who talked about the military intelligence and talked about losing his nephew is very unfortunate. And I think these are the areas that the military and, of course, the commander-in-chief must start looking at. But certainly, if we have opportunity, we'll try and carry everybody along. We'll work with the international community, our friends all over the world that have a lot of information and a lot of interest in what we are doing. Because we are lucky today, we live in a global village that whatever is happening here can easily affect other places. So intelligence is very key to any military operation, because without it, hardly can any military succeed in whatever they are doing. Now, the issue of recruitment of police, which was being mentioned as an issue, you see, that is why in our blueprint, we decided to create what we call Community Participation and Reorientation Committees, CPRC. These committees are to be established in all the 8,809 wards across the country. And we have selected 11 people. We call them our first 11 in those wards. One of them is a traditional ruler there. Here in the north, we call him either Dagachi or something. In the southwest, I think is Bali, and so on. And we have similar committee at local government, at state, and at national level. In the wards which we believe will do most of the work, others will only coordinate. Government has decided that in addition to the traditional ruler, there will be the most senior klagi or imam in that ward. There will be representatives of students, representative of retiree, most senior retiree there. Of course, there will be our party, NNPP, and another party, the major other party in that ward. We have 11 of them, including women and, of course, representative of people with disability, and so on and so forth. So This committee will be funded directly from the federal government using all the appropriate legislation. And we believe this committee, if funded, they will handle the issue of dilapidated schools. In all the states I visited, including the southern states so far, there was no school I saw, government school, without 1 or 2 dilapidated blocks. And we believe that as we have done in Kano, this committee will be able to handle all the schools in terms of infrastructure. Sometimes, if necessary be, even hire some teachers with the resources as a stopgap. And of course, they will handle the issue of health, clinics, and so on, and all other facilities. And we'll also use it to screen at level. Everybody has got a word in this country. And we want to take the best. And we need to consult this committee for recruiting the police, even the military, and many other security agencies, agents, because we don't want to take people who would come and compound our problem. So selection will be very important. And of course, many other things that we are going to do under this the committee. As I said earlier on, all these exams, when we're talking of education, all the examinations and so on, the NECO, the WAEC, the JAM are going to be free. And I wanted to mention the issue of out-of-school children that were about 20 million. And we intend to build about 500,000 classrooms to ensure that everybody goes to school. Chinedu from Germany asked whether I can resign if need to be, if I become president. You see, whatever I will say, you may not understand it. So I will give you an example. You see, I was a civil servant for 17 years. I decided to go into politics, and I resigned. I left that place. I don't want to give too many examples, but I want to tell him that I was in NDDC representing Northwest. But the corruption at that time was at its highest peak. I couldn't stay there because I felt that I should not soil my fingers. And I resigned. Not only I resigned, I went and had a meeting with President Jonathan, and I told him what was happening there. Even though he was very angry with me at that particular time, he requested that I should give him my representative. I said, sir, that place is stinking. I have to go. Why should I give you? He insisted. I gave him the chairman of my party at that time. And within a few months, he had to dissolve that board because maybe he had more information to dissolve it. So I can go on and on. Resignation is something that once I find something that is not good for me or is not good for the people that I'm representing, definitely it's easy. But let me say that from my record, I'm sure Nigerians will be extremely happy because they will see real change based on the experiences, capacity, and so on in Nigeria. I don't think we can even go to that extent. I believe that Nigeria will be a better place for everybody. International relationship by Induca in Spain. Now, you see, just recently I was invited to go to France. I had a very good meeting or meetings with various stakeholders in government, good meetings with some selected companies, especially those who have got businesses here. And along the line, we discussed a lot of the relationship, bilateral relationship between us and that country, and international relationship also. And from there, we are also invited to United America, United States of America. And we had a meeting in the White House and, of course, State House. And these are some of the issues that we have discussed. And I'm happy to say that being a former Minister of Defense, I had reasons to meet with so many friends across the country. Some have retired, some are still active in politics and so on. So it's not something new to me. So I believe that we will do a wonderful international relationship. But I believe our interests will always be at the center. We will embark on very serious economic diplomacy and so on to make sure that whatever we do will benefit our interest. And of course, it will be for mutual interest of our countries. Usman talked about judiciary. Well, I think I mentioned the issue of judiciary. Judiciary like executive, of course, and legislature. You see, once the head is good, I have no doubt in my mind that everybody will queue up. But if the head has problem will permeate and it affect
Your Excellency, close to the mouth, to your mouth, the microphone, okay, so that people where they outside go, they hear you.
Okay. Well, I thank Abdurrahman who talked about the good pilot. I'm happy that we had pilots, 100 of them. They are all over the country and even beyond. Training a pilot is not just training him or her, because out of them we have a woman, out of the 100. Yes, she is very active, also flying.
Wow.
Commercial flights. So the training is to empower them and the family, to empower the state and empower the country. Actually, I feel very much honored anytime I feel fulfilled, anytime I go into any aircraft, any airline, and I find our products. And it's not only the pilots. We train so many crews in Kaduna, and most of the flights that we see today, especially here in the flights in northern Nigeria, crews inside our products. Not only that, we have trained also so many engineers, marine engineers in India and the United Kingdom and in South Africa.
Marine engineers.
Marine engineers. They are all over the world today. In fact, they are in Ports Authority, they are in Maritime Authority, and so on and so forth. And many of them are handling international ships across the world. So, but those ones is difficult to get in touch, to come into contact with them, because they are always in the
high sea,
in the seas. Now, I feel happy because I always remember anytime we are inviting them, anytime they were going, we invite them, I talk to them, I brief them, I advise them, and normally before they leave, we are always paying their fees and so on.
In advance.
And as a tradition, we always give them, all of them without exception, at least $200. And jokingly tell them that on the road, if they, for whatever reason, they touch somebody's ground nut and fall down, they can pay before they reach and collect their money. So Yarima talked about roads. I think we have handled the issue of roads. And gentleman, Dr. Chuma from Birmingham, he said there is no excellency in Nigeria. Well, that is his opinion, but I am of the firm belief that there are few, if you like, if you say few, many of us will believe that he has excluded us. And some of us have done so well that I don't think it's polite for anybody not to believe that we are, despite all what we have done. I've been in the system for 30 years. I have done all this that have been mentioned without a blemish. And if somebody talks to me and says there is no excellency, then I begin to wonder, what else do you want? Wherever, I mean, he called from Birmingham. I was in the UK for 10 years. I know all the corners. Maybe I was, with due respect to him, maybe I was in Birmingham before him. I'm conversant with British politics. I don't think there is any politician there, with due respect to them. They are doing their best. That will come and claim that there is no excellency in Nigeria. I believe there are some excellencies, and I believe I am one of them.
And I make you there for this studio.
So,
Your Excellency,
yes,
not be everybody that enter this studio. Now, because of your track records, I make ordinary president say, make we carry you today. You don't need to worry about that one.
No, I think you need to remind him. I think it's very, he has done his own, but I think we need to remind him. And I wish he's somebody that I can meet compare notes with him and tell him all the reasons why there are some few excellencies in this country.
You see,
because I think some of these things, while we are doing our best, we know there are many bad people. Some people even believe that politics is a bad game or a dirty game. No, it's not. And somebody says it's dirty, he cannot say, I don't know what he's doing in Birmingham, for example, but the fact remains that whatever he's doing, maybe if he's a student, I don't know whether he's a student, I was a student there, I read to the highest level. And I have had opportunity to be almost everywhere, and we have done our best. And some of these statements are not encouraging. If you say you are not excellency, despite all what we have done, without all the sacrifices, then something is wrong. And I think is some of the reasons Nigerians, one of the things Nigeria must do is to encourage people, even those who have tried small, encourage them to do more. But if you condemn them, if I agree with him now, there is no excellency, then if I go there and become excellency, I will do what people who are not excellency were doing. So I will not take that. I believe there are excellencies by any standard, and I am out there, and I told you, because some of these people, you could know their direction, maybe they have supporting particular candidates, and I can tell them that in terms of being excellency, we are far much ahead of them. We started earlier than them. We are, in fact, very much more excellency than they are. Now, the issue of Northern presidency, I have answered that. I have answered that. Many people are even going. In fact, many of them are from in the diaspora, saying that if we can import somebody from somewhere to come and do it, get the best. They're not looking for tribesmen. And these are the issues in the politics. You become so self-centered. You start looking only within your cocoon. That is either you or not. You see, people should be strategic. They should be planning. They should not be insulting other people. Now, in our own opinion, is the time to take the best for Nigeria. And if any candidate, I'm ready for debate with any candidate today. If they can prove that anyone is better than Congress, I said it here. Let them bring our CVs. Let's bring our achievements in life. If somebody thinks he's better, then okay, we put it. So, and that's the issue of North. And I want to advise some of
you have already answered that, Your Excellency, and you answered it well.
Thank you.
To the extent you said that whoever that will add value better than you will be happy and willing to support that. No answer is better than that.
Okay, I hope
thank you.
Our friend Chuma in Birmingham heard that. And our brother here, Uzo, he was talking about involving he gave example of constructions in China by Germans and British. At the end of the day, they took over. And that's exactly what we want to do. Earlier on, I told you that, for example, in Kano, I have, let's say, 10 construction companies. If they are ready to participate in our program, we will bring them together with their equipments well evaluated, with their personnel and everything. We form a stronger company. And we give them roads. We give them other areas of construction. And of course, by that, Nigerians will be very much involved. Instead of these small companies talking to people, doing all sorts of things, the quality of roads are not good, and so on and so forth. So I think that's exactly what we intend to do, as China did. And we can only do that when we bring our strength together so that we can construct better roads. Now, the issue of restructuring, I said it before, that it's there even in the blueprint, that we are ready to listen to Nigerians. If Nigerians require restructuring, so be it. Let's follow due process.
What is important is what is good for Nigeria.
Yeah, what is good for Nigeria. In the 1994-95 Constitutional Conference, many people brought the idea of going back to parliamentary. It was well debated. At the end of the day, majority felt presidential system
is better.
Was the best. And today, amendment of constitution is continuous. If there is anything we want to add or subtract, the National Assembly is there, presidency is there, state assemblies are there, and these are the requirements to amend a constitution. All what we have to do is to ensure that when we are amending constitution, is not being done based on selfishness to stifle some other states or some people, or to make life more difficult for anybody in Nigeria. So we are ready to do whatever it takes to ensure that we have effective leadership, and by extension, we have good Nigeria, or better Nigeria. Now, the issue of states. Yes, we have states now. Some states, we have a zone with 5 states. We have another one with 7 states. Maybe at the time of formation or creation, some factors must have been taken into consideration. Maybe population, maybe land area, and many other things. You see, I was checking the figures released by INEC. Kaduna and Kano, they have well over 10 million registered voters. We have a zone with 5 states, 11 million registered voters. 2 states, that's in the northwest. If you add Kasina, that's the ones we call 3K. Then you have 14 million, over 14, 15 million. 3 states, the 3K. Where we have 5 states, we have 11 million registered voters as released by INEC. So, you see, even in the northwest, for example, if you take example, many people would say that these 3 states put together have over 14 million, and they are still part of one zone. Northwest, while another zone has got 11 million, and they have 5 states. So there are arguments for and against. We can go on and on. Our only concern is that creation of states in general terms is good, but at the end of the day, what of the sustainability? How many states today can boast of saying that they can stand alone in case the oil wells dry up. We have to look at all these issues. So, but you see, the main thing is we are open. We will do whatever it takes to do the right thing at the right time. Certainly, we must not shy away from anything that will harm or cheat other individuals or groups. So I think there are some people, somebody who called from Niger Republic, and I am happy that Aha is here. Hajia Hadiza from Kone, Niger Republic. Kone, yes. So I'm so happy she called, and I'm happy here to say that when I was governor of Kano, I noted the relationship between Niger and Nigeria, especially with Kano. And that was why we were the first to build boarding secondary school in Niger Republic with Kano State money under arrangement with Niger Republic. Niger Republic agreed with us that we would build the school. They will provide feeding because it was going to be boarding school, and teachers in French, and will provide teachers in English. So we are sending teachers from Kano. We are sending 100 students per annum. They are sending 100 students. In fact, we are so happy with what we have done in the capital, Yamai. And we decided to do girls' school in Damagaram. We have reached 70% of that school with Kano State resources, but the arrangement was to have 100 girls from each side every year. The idea of that was that we wanted to produce young men and women who are trained in French. Our idea and agreement was that they would go to the French universities in France and in Niger itself, and of course in our university, in Northwest University and Bayero University, which we created those departments. So we are so happy with Niger. We work together with them, very good people, and we'll continue to maintain relationship with all our neighbors. Now, the human rights radio is that was answered. I think there is this still the issue of supporting the constitutional amendment by patients in we have handled that.
Your Excellency,
capital punishment.
Closer to the microphone, closer. Thank you.
Capital punishment in Nigeria. You see, the issue of capital punishment, for example, if you look at what is happening now in all the government houses in this country, including our own in Kano, for the 8 years, I did not sign any paper to execute offenders or people.
You no agree sign, Your Excellency?
I didn't sign.
Why?
Yes, you see, I will tell you. Somebody was talking of judiciary. We have seen many cases in this country, not even in this country, even in Europe. I followed a case where somebody went to court and, of course, made a pronouncement that he committed that crime. At the end of the day, many years after, it was found that that man did not commit the crime.
So what him make and come confess?
Because they are not killing or executing anybody in the UK, for example. You have life imprisonment and so on. So I believe that these are areas that people have to be careful. I know there are a lot of debates for and against the issue of capital punishment. And we need to be very careful with our system especially with the police and even with the judiciary itself, because we often get some miscarriage of justice, and once somebody executed is gone,
no chance to correct anything.
And that's why we are being very careful. Many people know what is happening in our police stations and even in the judicial system itself. So we need to improve all those areas before I can put a paper and sign.
Somebody then kill somebody,
yes,
because they commit crime. Make we appreciate them.
Thank you. The issue of custom, immigration, and many other officers in the airport actually is a huge embarrassment to everybody. I can tell you, last time I went to this airport in Abuja, I sent somebody that I was going together with him. I didn't know before I went he had to give a lot of money to so many people. When I went there, these same people followed us. Up to the last point I was going, somebody was barricading me that I didn't give him money. This same person.
Your Excellency, good, make you, people like Ona we go be president of this country, make Ona see him.
Yeah,
the thing where ordinary person they suffer, and when we complain, it they be like say we just exaggerate. It good say you suffer.
Yes, you see, it's good that I suffered, and it's even better that I'm saying it, because we want this ship to be taken to the harbor with minimum damage, meaning still we have from now to 29th of May next year. I'm saying it hoping that those concerned may change their minds and take action. Many of them don't go through the gates that we go. They don't go through the commercial flights. They have their private flight. They don't even know what is happening at the airport. So, you see, the gentleman I was going together with was so angry. He said, was it not you that I gave 50,000? I didn't know he gave them money. I gave you 50,000. I said, this one now, Oga is a bigger Oga now. Why 50,000?
Oh, wow.
He wasn't ashamed with his name, with everything there. Now, if they have done that to me, somebody, and they know me very well. Everybody will say, and they know we have chance more than any other person. They should know that the chances are within a few months I will be the president. And people like that must never think that we'll work together in our government, because we don't need them. They are better people. It's either they change or we change them.
Either they change or you change them.
Yes. They shouldn't have any room in any civilized society. In the airport, upon all places. Okay, what happens to Chinese? What happens to other nationals that come to Nigeria? If somebody will come, a Nigerian, and look at me, it's trying by all means to stop me. And you see, some of us are afraid of carrying money. Either this, our current Nigerian currency, or even foreign currency. We are afraid because you can easily be embarrassed at the airport. Who told you to carry this money? So I didn't have money on me, and he was forcing me to give him money. I wasn't carrying anything, just my briefcase and a few things inside.
Many people don't miss their flights, miss even their work outside Nigeria. People will be Nigerians where they live abroad, where they employed there. Some come holiday to.
The issue of indigenous form. You see here, I brought the issue of people residing in Kano. I believe that where you live is your home. Now, where is my home today and now is this studio. Whatever happens here is what affects me, good or bad, God forbid. So that's why we believe that something got to be done to bring Nigerians together. And let me tell you that today in Kano, there is a place we call New Enugu.
New Enugu, inside Kano?
Inside Kano, close to the airport.
Unanuga appreciate them.
I produced those plots. We gave them to Nigerians. When I say Nigerians, you know what I mean, not only Kano people. And of course, because many of them got plots there, they decided to buy other plots given to other people. And they built New Enugu. I'm sure is as good as the Enugu we know.
And they are living
Enugu
inside there
now. They are
now.
there, right at the border of airport. Now, if you ask them, how many governors, for example, in the east or west and so on have done that? Because that's the starting point. You cannot be a governor and you cannot allow even somebody from the same zone with you to go and own a land. Many of them don't. I don't want to mention names, but they know themselves. We're not talking of Arewa community. Arewa community in many of the states that I know are facing a lot of challenges. Even places to bury people, even places to put their mosques, and so on. In some states, governors would never give. But how many churches do we have today in Kano? I signed many papers on the, when I say I, during my time, I've never been commissioner for land, but I know they are being issued
papers
with my own permission.
And you know stop them.
I don't stop them. I could stop. They are Nigerians.
That's not leadership without bias.
Yes. So you see, I think the important thing is for the leaders of today and those of tomorrow to see Nigeria as one country where everybody should be free to move, to acquire properties, to do his or her legal businesses, and so on and so forth. Many people made mistakes, and then later they realize they made mistakes, and they don't even know how to correct it. If you want to be president, you should go and show us in your state where you made New Kano, where I will go and see, or New Arewa. Most people not allow that. You cannot even, I'm not even talking about it. I know governors that have refused to allow people from their neighboring states, the same zone, to own property in their own place. We have them. Now many of them are interested in becoming president. Okay, how? Where do you start from? Now you realize you need those people. Big problem. So I believe that especially those who are in government now, they still have time to make corrections. Otherwise, they will regret, like those who made the mistakes. Especially, we wait and see in 2023 election, the result will come, and many of them will be disappointed.
Yes,
because they will reap what they sow.
Very true. Now the last question you
last question,
or more, see
that's Hadiza from Dublin. She talked about factories in Kano and so on, and she even mentioned the issue of electricity, which is just one of the major things that you see. Apart from electricity, we had government policies. Sometimes they will say at a stage, we want everybody to produce wheat. We want everybody to produce rice. Farmers will move to start production. Along the line, of course, you cannot compete with other countries that have matured system of agriculture. You have to protect your own. Now, maybe because of political pressure or something, all those protections will just be lifted. Ban and ban.
Now
policy somersault.
Now they call policy somersault.
Yes. Big problem. And unless government decides to do the right thing, even human being, you just don't come and start talking like that. You have to go and think very deeply. But as a gentleman, once you say it, you have reasons why you said it, and you should stand by it. All those things changes. Very easy. You are in a comfortable office in the villa or any government house. They say, okay, I'm banned. You put your signature there. You wouldn't know the implication. So governments must be sensitive, must be pro their people. They have to support their people. Their people first, Nigeria first, and of course Nigerians. And that's the only way we can succeed. Everybody is protecting his own today in the world. Forget what anybody is saying in all these countries of the world today. Every leader wants the good leader would want to see his people being lifted from poverty or lying before the poverty line upwards. And I'm happy we have done that over the years, and I'm so happy that the results now are everywhere for everybody to see. I thank Almighty God for sparing our lives and our health to listen to Nigerians from all over the world, all of them without exception, somehow.
Saying conflict resolution, peace and conflict resolution from all parts of the country, no place where never go, and wherever conflict they put in leg, put in hand, put in head, make it see, say peace happen. In fact, somebody even called, talk about the one where been happen for Enugu somewhere. How intake, Ife, Enugu, okay. I don't know about Ife, but I know say if he did there, he will also play an active role. And not be only Nigeria, even for Darfur, for Somalia, a waka by himself, he put himself to make sure say peace there. And as he they do all of these ones, now so he also take the build bridges across the country. Today, when I don't hear him, he don't answer on our questions. But we go pack Kaya come out for studio because anything we get beginning, it get end. But before we pack that Kaya come out for studio, Your Excellency, sir.
Yes.
Waiting Nigerians go expect from you as you become the president and commander-in-chief come 2023. Finally, your final word.
Finally, thank you very much. Nigerians, by the grace of God, should expect unity, should expect peace across the country. That is not negotiable. All the things that are happening, we are ready to talk to anybody who feels offended. But on the other hand, we'll be ready for everybody to make sure that there is peace in this country. We cannot continue, we should not continue the way we are going today. Even if we cannot do anything, we should be in a position to protect all Nigerians. To go to their businesses, to go to the farm, to go to the studio, to go to Kaduna, to go to Birningwari, to go to Sambisa, everywhere in this country. That is key. Of course, the issue of education. I always look at myself and ask myself this question. If not because of education, where would I have been today? That's the question. Certainly not here. I wouldn't have been here and sitting on this chair, talking to you, talking to Nigerians. And that's why we have to, as leaders, encourage our young men and women to go to education and support them. Let me tell you this, that I had a secondary school in Kano, in Abuja, Nasarawa State. Because I always have school and farm. Because I know this is our job. Today you have office, tomorrow you know you are jobless. And when I'm jobless, I don't want to disturb my friends, visiting them because I want to leave my home. And I know if you have school, if you have farm, you will never be bored. Every day you have something to do. So I built that school in 2002. Initially it was a farm, a chicken farm, but I converted it to secondary school. By last year, I handed it over to Indians. They took over. And they asked me, how do you want us to do the sharing? I say, go and do calculation. My own share will be given to Nigerians. Last year, I was given 148 slots. That's my share for giving them the school. and I gave them to Nigerians. Each state had 4 slots, 2 boys, 2 girls. Now they are in the second year. This year, the same 148. In fact, they are processing now as we are sitting. By January, they will start another set of 148. It is only that university, that school of that generation, that all Nigerians from all the states are being represented today. This, because you see what we are doing in Kano in terms of government sponsorship, our friends all over the country were not happy because many of them believe that they are more Konkosia than those from Kano. And that was why after 2019 election, the young men and women in thousands came from all over the world to meet their friends at home. And that was why, without the support of government, we had no federal government in Kano, we had no state government, we had no local government in 2019. But everybody knew that we won that election. We won the governorship election. There's no question about it. But somebody somewhere decided that the opposition must not take Kano. So that was why, at the end of the day, at the end of that election, I was so happy with the scholars. We call them scholars across the world. I asked my people around me and say, any property that I'm not living in, any property that is critical to me, go and sell it. So we sold the properties and we sponsored 370 first-class students, Kano residents, those who are living in Kano, 370 abroad. They are all back now. So we will continue. And let me tell you, our governors have missed the points. Most of these states have dilapidated school. Near my school here in my farm here in Nasarawa State, we have a school that collapsed 30 years ago. No school in that place. I asked them why the school, they say 30 years ago it fell down. That's what we did this year during my birthday. 4 classes, 1 office, toilets, and so on. Now, my first admission this year, 21st October, we had over 400 children from that village. And that's in Orawa. The same thing we did during my birthday in another village close to that. The school collapsed. And first admission again, even in that school.
So Your Excellency, you say final word, security. If we know fit do anything, at least we go solve the problem of security.
If we have to. Yeah. Yes, that's the key.
Number one, and you talk, say, education go follow. Because if to say you know they educated, you for no get opportunity to do what you they do. Even this one alone, is they enough? We they comfortable? We they happy with you? Abi una no appreciate them. They're gonna give them standing ovation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You see, what you do today, na eye opener. Many people, they hear about you, but they don't know who you be. They don't even know these kind wonderful things where you done they do by yourself, even before you want to be president. But today, an opportunity for them to know. And you don't put your cards on the table. It's up to Nigerians. What we are looking for is good governance. Person will be say he get integrity, he get capacity, join them, and they get track record. Nigerians, both inside Nigeria and outside Nigeria today, they get opportunity to interact with you one-on-one, to ask you questions. One beautiful thing I enjoy about this interaction is how meticulous you dey. Not one question, including the ones where you don't answer before. You dey return back on them. When you been the talk, some people talk, say I dey interrupt you. The reason why I interrupt you that time be say it get very important points where you they make. But I feel say I needed to highlight those points because some people go still return back to ask you questions on those points. Now the reason, no be say the thing where you they talk, no they sweet me, or I won't make I interrupt you. I beg you, make you no verse for that one. But the things where you talk today, it make a lot of sense to us. And we don't take them. We thank you for coming. We appreciate you. My brothers, my sisters, we don't come to the end of this program. I want to make I especially thank everybody who follow us from beginning of the program till this point. It's not easy to sit down, listen, follow, ask questions, even try to call, but we no fit pick your call. For waiting at the see on our telephone, we have missed almost 1,700 calls where we no fit take on this telephone alone. The one on this one, they're different. The comments on our social media handle, I no fit read them. Now because of how important today's program day. If we no fit take your call or read your comment, make you no verse with us. For our crew members, for the management of Brekete Family and Human Rights Radio, we'd appreciate you. Me, we be Consultant Ike, a.k.a. Ogaranya Nime Chineke. We sit down today on the authority of the ordinary president, Dr. Ordinary Ahmed Essa, de se ona. Bye.